That was fun. Get things rolling here in a second, guys. Chris Bender. Nice. Tyler. Yeah, that is a machinist level. That's what we use on the pool tables. That one's difficult, though. It's in a really kind of bad spot in the floor, so we got to have it just right. Somebody gets kicked a little bit. Sometimes it's rough. Just waiting for MH Penglaze. A little untraditional start here, but we'll get things going. So these guys did leg. That is where we noticed the table rolling off, so we had to go and straighten everything out for them. We want this table to play as good as it can. Ironically enough, the Diamond guys are coming next week to change out the box on this table. It was miscolored or whatever, so hopefully we can get that taken care of. Got a whole bunch of people checking in. I don't know how long ago you guys checked in, but I want to welcome everybody. We got Todd, Andy, Terry, Alex, Fred Renner. What's going on? Linda Garcia. All rooting on these guys. All right. I guess I better go to actually playing. So here we go. Shawn won the leg, and he did win both legs, so he got to pick the game. So Shawn picked 8-ball. Mason, who was predetermined, he said he would have picked 9-ball. Or I'm sorry, 10-ball. Just take a look here at what the spread looks like. It was almost too good of a break by Shawn.
Mason picked 10-ball?
He would have.
Oh, he would have.
He lost the leg, so.
Oh, I see.
I don't think he's going to complain too much about 8-ball. He plays a good pattern. Well, we kind of messed everything up. We didn't do our introduction. We didn't do any of that, but you guys saw us out there trying to make sure this table was playing the best it could for these gentlemen. And we do that every week, not the leveling, hopefully, but
right,
clean it up. And
I feel that slate is like just slightly sagged a little bit over time.
That's weird because they aren't very old. We just got these replaced. So,
but they are actually going to be here next week.
Yeah,
and they're going to take the whole thing apart and swap the boxes.
Yeah. So two really good players here. We got obviously Shawn playing. Shawn Wilkes, one of the nicest guys. I tell you.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I played some banks with him prior to this match and talked a little bit with him in the pro shop, but just really pleasant guy.
Pleasant. He's relatively pleasant.
Relatively, yeah. No, he's very pleasant. I enjoyed talking to him. Oh, very pleasant.
Okay.
But he's going to try really hard not to be very pleasant to Mason.
Right. And they will, you know, friendly and, hey, good to see you type thing. And I'm thinking, you know, isn't this supposed to be a grudge match to the death?
Right, I got to kind of keep catching up. Joe, go in the booth. Go Mason. Thanks, Joe. Let's go Uncle Shawn. Oh, yeah. Shawn did say that he was going to have a lot of his nieces and nephews watching tonight. So welcome, you guys. So we got Shawn playing, obviously, and then we got Mason. Koch, obviously my son.
And my
playing.
godson.
He is your godson. Have you been caring for him?
Well, I give him lots of
loving advice.
Yeah, exactly right. That's the best way to put it.
He got a little short on this 13, so he's going to have to either work the cue ball or change things up. He would like to be a couple 3 inches further up. So let's see what he decides to do with this one. Diet chocolate. Come on now. Is there such a thing? Their name is Diet Chocolate 1.
Oh, wow.
All right, so he's going to kind of just stun this ball. He's going to try and hold it here. Tough little shot. Oh, he played it off the 2. Nice shot.
Yeah, you can get chocolate made with sugar alcohols instead of regular sugar, and therefore your body can't process it effectively. Just zero.
Take a quick look. He just, to straighten this ball out, he went ahead and he shot it off the 2 right away.
Right.
And then,
and that's a good thing. Sometimes you look for that. I'm not saying he did, but maybe he did. But
here.
whilst going about your run, if you get a chance to nudge your opponent's balls together, You know, as a little
Top
safety
rail
net.
and back out here. Oh, no, he played it into the 13. Great shot.
Good speed.
Did you say Godspeed?
May Godspeed be
Good
with you.
speed, yeah.
And God save the king.
Actually, diet chocolate would be just dark chocolate, right? Dark chocolate is.
Well, no, because they also use sugar in it. So if you want to avoid the sugar or 0 calories, you can.
He's going to pop back out. I think he's going to play this 9-ball on the same. Well, no, he's going to the side. All right.
Yeah, and he's shown he's got a good speed control already because those 2 last shots, you know, they were simple, really, just roll them in, but only if you get the speed just right.
Obviously, we love to have Shawn here, but Jeremy gave up his crown.
And it's not because Mason beat him in the tournament and he doesn't want to play anymore, is it? I just want to make that clear.
I don't know. I don't think so. Why did you just say that? What did you do?
JK, LOL.
No, and I'm sure it's not.
Of course not.
He was here for 9.
No, Jeremy's fantastic.
9 wins. Really nice out there by Mason.
Did he get his coin then? What was that? How many?
Well, he's got to get his coin. He didn't even show up to get his silver.
But is he qualified? How many wins do you have to get on the King of the Hill?
9.
No, it is 9.
No, 10.
Oh, okay.
10 is what you need for the gold, so
crazy.
you got the silver. We must be to good weather. There's it's the smallest field I've seen for 10-ball on a Friday in a while.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah. Still good field, though. So we're living without our side view right now. We're having a little bit of trouble with that camera, so we're going to go end view a little bit more here on the rack end, which I like, though. It's a good view. Oh, boy. Pretty dead break, and he scratched in the side. So let's take a look at what he's going to leave Shawn.
Well, and this is our first good look at Shawn here today. He's got a nice spread of balls, doesn't he?
Man, look at that, huh? All separated out.
Whichever one you
They're
want.
not
probably
intermingled
strikes.
at all.
Yeah, right. That's Mason was telling me about his pattern racking that he's been working on. JK, LOL.
Every time you say that, I think of JK, Johnny Korowitz.
Yeah, Mr. JK himself. From Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Gallo. What is that?
And it's not enough, of course, just to have a nice open spread. You really want to plan exactly the whole thing. So it's complex, this. You know, what is the right order here? Answers on a postcard.
Man, we got all kinds of issues. People were shaking cameras. Time to tune her up again, I think. All right, we got Nick Like checking in. We also got Larry Dassow. Thank you very much for that compliment. That's nice.
Played pool with Mr. Like earlier today, and he's playing very well.
Yeah. He was in here with his lovely wife.
That's right. Angel.
It was her birthday yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Well remembered. And if you're watching, Angel, a belated happy birthday. It's better than doing it before, because that's a premature congratulation.
You can tell that joke every week now.
If I forget that I told it last week, then yeah.
All right, so Shane taking a look at stripes here. He's going to slide over for the 10. Probably come back out for the 13. Well, kind of got funny already.
He's going to have to play a little bump. I mean, he wouldn't if you...
You don't want to do that.
I mean, not on this shot, but the 15 and bump into the 9 and just break those up a little bit.
I don't think so. I think you just draw out of this.
I know the better players pick them off. I like to bump into them just gently.
He's going to, too.
It's okay to do it that way, too. It's like chess. Pool's even more complex, and there are so many different ways.
See, but that's the problem.
He bumped into it.
Right. But, I mean, he's got another break ball. Yep. Is it really an issue? Not really.
Right. You know, you roll the dice, and yeah, it's a risk.
Well, he didn't help that a ton. It's still in better position, but I'm not quite sure it goes past the 14 yet, or past the 8 there.
No, I think it goes in the side pocket, though, past the 13.
On either upper corner.
Yeah, other corner.
Its obvious pocket, I think, is blocked. But I think he can, after these 3, run out to it. Or that'll be the order. 15, 9, 14. Oh, got to be careful on these pockets. You can't 4-rail them like that very often. Todd Brown checking in, saying, "Go, Shawn."
That ball traversed the mouth of the pocket 2.5 times.
I exaggerated at 4.
Just the right speed to stop right on the middle of the lip to fall in. Yeah, I mean, you really have to sort of just pop the 14 in, don't you? Just figure out if you're going to bump the 8 or draw to miss it, but you've got to make sure you don't miss the 14. Okay, so he's going to take the 9 and get what he hopes is a better angle on it. But the 14, as you said, Kendall, its obvious pocket is not available, so you have to make sure you... It looks here like he's kind of got that a bit wrong, doesn't it?
Chris G, you're a super fan.
He may have to just...
I don't know if you deserve that, actually. You left me on private, and I started the stream private instead of public. You were just testing me.
So he's going to tighten his belt here and just go for the 14, and he could have... If you're going to shoot this shot, you could have just shot it earlier when he was better on it.
Oh,
that's the reason.
I tell you, I don't mean to say it, but I tell you, it's very seldom I don't see Mason keep control of his table. Most likely run out. He's got a nice starter. Everything's wide open for him.
In and out without touching anything.
Yeah, if he's got a good enough angle, he'll shoot the 2 right here, which I think he does.
Yeah, he hit that good speed, so he's got his choice. If he doesn't mind a tiny brush on the 5 or knows that he can somehow...
I think he just stops it right there and plays the 6 next in the side, truthfully. I don't think he moves his ball.
Angle here, so is he going to... Hopefully you don't touch the 5 and you can just sweet draw. Yeah, little tiny bump, okay.
Well, now maybe you stay there on the 5. So there's no reason to get down there for that. You know, shoot the 5 here. You don't need it to get down on the 8.
No.
You actually want the opposite.
It really depends on if you really like your chances of making the 6 ball in the side, you just might as well roll it in while you're there.
Yeah, and it's natural that way too. You're going to go 6 to the 4 to the 5 to the 7 to the 1, I think. No, 6 to the 5. No, he'll stick with the 4 ball here, I think.
Yeah, it's weird because the 7 ball can't go across side pocket to the other side pocket.
5 and change to the 7.
So he doesn't like it.
Here, so 5 to the 7.
Could shoot the 1 ball stop shot and get
on
the 7.
That ain't happening. He could bank something too.
That looks good to me. The 1 ball straight in, stop shot. He's giving himself a more preferred angle on the 4. Is that what that was about?
I like Shawn. Larry, I like Shawn's style. I think that's pretty cool. Opposite shoes and his glove, if you look.
Is he wearing his special shoes today?
Yeah, he has 2 pair identical that don't match. Opposite foot. Look at that camera. Gotta fix it. I'm surprised he's got to shoot the 4 here. Yeah, okay. He's just checking his angle to come into the 1 so he can just shoot a little stop shot here on the 1 to get to the 8. Is it out to a perfect shot, I think?
Yeah.
Maybe just slightly off angle. I can't quite tell.
No, it's straight. You can see it. I'm online with it.
Oh. So just stop shot here?
Simple stop shot. Slightly elevated cue. Perfect. A fraction of a ball.
This is the shot that, for me, when I'm not playing a lot, if I don't stay focused, I can hit this ball too straight. Undercut it.
That's why I like just a little bit of outside English to help.
Mason's playing every day. That shot's not even a thought.
Yep.
Mark House chiming in with a go Mason.
That shot you just described, though, that he played, that you sometimes hit too thick. Do you hit that plane, or do you have use a little bit of outside English to sort of help it in?
I tend to hit it low.
Low center.
Yeah. Low center, low right, maybe. Just a touch. Not much, though. Principally low.
Just a little bit, because it's just a little angle. But yeah, it's a good option because it gets rid of the friction.
LJ, I agree. I'd tell you, it is fun to watch his game mature, and as he gets more experience and more stuff under his belt, his pace is improved. His overall general attitude is terrific. I think, it's fun for me to watch him do that. Well, it's not fun, though. He's not breaking very well, so Shawn's very happy. Gets another opportunity at an open table. We have not made a ball in the break.
Mm-hmm. Guess we're not keeping that stat, are we? Or we are, because we know it.
Well, we are, but you'd have to bring it up here to do it.
Okay.
Next score there.
Oh.
We're a little discombobulated this week. Hey, guys, get out there. Make sure you share the stream. We really appreciate it. This is going to be a good match. We got two great players here, so should get a lot more viewers. And something going to be worth watching, because both these guys can just snap off.
So,
oh yeah, it's going to be messed up on the stat sheet, so we're not going to keep track of stats. It's the same deal. They entered their names in the wrong side. Mason needed to be on the blue side, and he's not. So
maybe we'll just keep track of the dry breaks, because we can keep that in our mind.
Perfect.
I'm going to remember this.
So far, it's all of them.
I'm going to try and remember this for as long as I can.
I don't know if Shawn is going to like this, because I don't think he's got that 15. We were playing banks beforehand. Maybe he feels comfortable. Yeah, he's throwing his arm up. He knows he doesn't have much. Pa, thank you very much for the like and the share. And hello to you. I don't know, but he's going to make us blush. The best commentating team.
How about that? Thank you very much. What do you want?
Yeah. What can we do for you?
I know he wants something. Nobody ever says that.
So Shawn is looking at this bank. Like I said, that's what we played when we were kind of chatting around. We were playing bank pool. Shawn would also like us to add that to the venue for the King of the Hill. Oh, is he looking to kick behind this ball, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Which tells you he thinks that the 15 ball is in, or the 2 ball is in the way of banking it in.
Well,
but he's close to the rail. I mean, this is makeable. He's got a shot here if he's this good.
Okay.
The 8
so
ball
is going straight bank.
Oh, he's banking it.
You got to pinch this ball out a little. He's got to get it to kind of
flatten and hit it hard.
Spin over. Opposite of that, I think. He's got to get it to open up.
Wow. He shortened that up a lot, didn't he?
Well, he was trying to open it.
Yeah.
So Mason's big trouble here is going to be that 5-6. So he's got to find a way to either get on the 5. I believe it does go to the pro side. Or break into him using the 7, possibly.
Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily a terrible combination if you're on the other side by the end rail and get close to it and you can aim it good.
Is that proper English? Aim it good?
No, it's terrible.
Oh.
I can hear
what did your mother say?
She wouldn't be happy. She'd be correcting me.
Oh, we didn't want to bump that, so we're going to see a improvise or a compromise here. We didn't want to bump that 3.
One time my sister Leo, she said, "Oh, it's so shit And my mum, immediately, Leonora, it's such shit.
How old was she? Like 8?
My sister?
Yeah.
18. There you go. So that tells you he
here's
does
the
like that.
side you're talking about.
Yeah,
Is he going to play this combination?
Yeah, he's gone down there for a reason. This is the right place if you're going to play the combination to be. So it's actually almost straight on the 5 ball,
Yeah, and he's looking to roll forward here. So.
And then, don't forget, where's the 5 ball going? The 5 ball's going to have quite a lot of speed left in it. In order to get the 6 ball to the pocket,
it's going to hit the 13.
Thin cut. Hey, he's able to hit it nice and soft.
I would not have expected it to be that light of a shot.
So he's got these 2 balls here, and then he's got windows with hook zones in between them to try and get a shot at the 1. So you got to pick one first.
I kind of like just leaving the angle, shooting the 7 here, obviously. Leaving the angle to just bounce over to the side rail. So basically a stop shot, right? Which looks like what he's lining up for. Well, he came over for the 1 right away.
90-degree stun shot.
I don't know if he likes this.
Just need a well-controlled draw shot here with the right speed. That's key there.
All right. I mean, he's going to try and get basically back to where he is, just short of it, right?
Yeah, he doesn't like it, so he's going for the 5 ball.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he's playing the 1.
So why did he stun all the way over there? Just to get a little bit straighter on the 5? I mean, that's...
I really don't know, honest.
I think that worked out good. So
well, that worked out perfect.
Yeah,
he's got best line he could have here, I think.
I guess it was right. If it goes in and works out, no one can say you did it the wrong way.
David Dolly checking in, saying shared and liked. Thank you very much for that. Another good shot by Mason, straightening himself out right for the 8.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And David Dolly's running the Willie Munson Memorial Tournament. It's a memorial fundraiser this Sunday. So if you're not doing anything and you want to check it out, you guys should stop out there, help raise some more money. I forget the cause. I'm sorry, David, but every time they attach a fundraiser to their tournaments, and they raise a lot of money. But I'm excited because I get to play with one of my first students here at the Mad Apple, Caden Hellman. So Caden and I are playing Scotch
doubles. Okay.
I had Caden when he was shooting sidearm yet.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. When he first started the junior leagues here, he was shooting sidearm, so we had to work his mechanics from sidearm to what he has perfected now.
It's tough when
really,
you start.
Really,
when you start so short, and then keep growing as you're learning.
Well, now he's
taller than me, but
well, that's not tough.
That's
not tough. You're British. How tall could you get? I think you guys only get to like 5'8", right? Maximum.
No, I was.
That'd be the tall guy in class?
Well, I mean, your German genetics aren't any different, really.
What was that about?
Well, I mean, the gene pool, how average height.
I'm 6 foot. I was 6'1".
It does seem that actually in America, over just a couple of generations, the average height has gone up. Something to do with mixing a wider gene pool or something like that.
Joe Pothoff. That was a nice out. I agree. I think he got himself in trouble and worked his way through it, so it was a bit of a scramble, but he got there.
But so far, we have had 3 dry breaks.
Yep, autism and Down syndrome. I knew David would jump in here, but so they're going to donate portions of that money to the autism and Down syndrome.
That's from the Willie Munson tournament.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
In Romines in Wisconsin.
Romines High Pockets, yeah. 27th Avenue down in Milwaukee, or actually, is it considered Milwaukee? Yeah, I think so.
Pretty sure.
I don't know why I have West Dallas. I think it might, or was that the old Romines was in West Dallas? I don't know, 27th. Google it. They'll get you right
I
there.
remember one time, a long time ago, I was trying to find it, and I knew it was on 27th, and I somehow ended up on 27th, but on the completely opposite side of the city or something. And I figured, well, it's 27th. I'll just drive right down it.
Yeah.
And I didn't seem to work too good.
4 hours later. 4 hours later. Okay, Mason with another opportunity at the table. Did he make a ball that time? Must have.
Yeah.
Still at the table.
You betcha.
So first ball on the break. Solids look great here, actually. Work through the 7 and the 3, and you got her.
Game of millimeters.
Yeah, he's going to end up having to go to the 4 here, maybe. Well, maybe he just rolls up on the 1. I think he's going to go to the 4 ball, the pink 4.
Yeah, it's just a fraction away from being easy on the 3 or easy on the 1. And both of them are just a little off.
I like switching out to the 4 because you can kind of roll back into that same area.
Yeah, and he can, I mean, the 7.
Oh, this isn't bad either. 4, is he going to go forward, though? No, he's going to draw. Well, let's see what he does. Different pattern. Okay.
The only weird thing now then is getting on the 3.
You can get there right now, actually.
And then you got the 5 and the 6. You got to pick off up table once you transition up table.
Or he could just roll forward and play the 3 up in the... No, I guess it doesn't go past the 8. He's going to come back around, put it in the same pocket. It's like that. Little short. Now he's got to work. It's kind of reassuring to have those couple of balls sitting on the rail at 11 and 13. I think it helps you here cutting this ball. Lets you hit it with some authority and still have... Oh, boy. He didn't run into it. No problem pocketing the ball, though. Just miscalculated his...
Right. Chose the wrong
That shot
really,
looked
was
tougher
minded.
than that, I thought.
Because, yeah,
Right.
correct. You, he hit the heart of the pocket right in the middle on that shot.
Shawn springing to his feet, excited. He's got an opportunity here. Probably wasn't feeling like he was going to get one at this table.
Yeah, and
Mason
he's got
came a
two
bit
different
short.
2-ball problems over there, and you'd like to be able to solve them both in one shot if you can find a way to do it. And maybe he's thinking of banging the 10-ball into the longest pocket and following into the 13. I would, but he's playing it safe. Break these 2 up. It makes sense because he's going to solve this problem. And as long as you don't
Just going to stop the
leave
ball
your
right
opponent
there.
something nice.
Tap the 12 to the rail. Cue ball dead
Well,
stop.
13
right
and
where it is.
11 are still tough.
Well, he's got to hook the edge of the 5, so he's got to stay behind the 10.
Yeah, it's tough. And he's not,
Perfect shot.
he can't really expect to get ball in hand here. Although, if Mason kicks 2 rails behind this, he's still got to hit hard enough to get a rail.
He's looking to see if it goes past the 12 on the side. It doesn't, so
Calling
I don't know which one he's calling.
6-ball. Z-bank.
I like it.
Oh.
Nope.
Correction, Z-kick.
Z-kick.
And no, I'm not trying to imitate German.
I don't even know what that means.
Z-kick.
All right, so now he does have his problem taken care of. Still a little bit of a problem with the 11. So even if you can shoot that 13 out of there, I think more of your issue is get the 11 out of there. Does the 11 shoot past the 4? Oh my, Ding Bell is in the house.
Ding is here. Not Ding Zhonghui, the world's greatest Chinese snooker player, but Ding Bell.
Right.
The world's greatest blank.
Well, any guesses on score here, guys? It's early in the race. Race to 15. Shawn yet to take advantage, but I don't think that's going to last very long. Did you notice his glove matches his one shoe?
How? Very
You'll be able to
coordinated.
almost. Yeah, all right. Like it. Styling. All right, decides to knock it out of there, which is a great shot. Draw back into it.
I kind of wear my socks the way that Shawn wears his two different color shoes.
Well, yeah, but
It just
that's
happens.
just you
They do it by themselves.
Yeah. There's a difference between not caring and caring.
Error. I care about my shoe color, but not my sock color.
Right. Nick Light guessing 15-9.
Well, he's got himself a nice little angle there to just roll forward, get on the 15 in the side, and possibly the 9.
Joe is also guessing 15-7. Is he guessing 15-7 Mason? I'm assuming he's a Mason rooter up there. How's he look here? Is he roll forward on the 15, play the 9? Can't really play the 9.
I think he's just got a nice little draw shot on the 15.
Yeah, I like the roll forward. See, that's what he's looking for.
Oh.
But I don't know.
He just draw right back to where he is.
Yeah, I think that's
slightly short of that.
Good, yeah. There, now you can
I
see
don't like
the
this shot
matching
because
shoe.
now, I mean, to get from that 9 round, what is he going round the angles, up table, long shot on the 8 in the corner. Surely, if you just played a draw shot on the 15 now, getting from the 9 to the 8 would be a lot easier.
He's going forward, so he's not going to listen to you.
Well, no, but now you're going to watch how complex this route
Hey,
is.
he's just going to roll forward. What do you mean?
Okay.
And tap
Maybe
it in.
it's just roll forward simply.
Avenue Auto. $1.99 auto.
That's
Awesome.
the 6 ball coming into play.
15.5 is his guess. The stone. Hey, you get that.
Oh, he had a good,
perfect.
a good zing of inside English there
We're gonna
to
you
make
hit
sure.
that so good. We're gonna
Yeah.
hit a replay on that one.
Yeah, he did hit that very well. And so the natural shot got
Oh
really.
my God, he did not hit that one very well though. He took that for granted. You saw him. He stood up halfway through the stroke of that shot.
He finally had proved that he can run one out.
Wow,
First game of the set.
Too.
He's here to play, and he solved all his problems, and didn't stay cognate enough to finish the rack. We've all done it.
You Brits and your funny words.
Yes. Right.
All right, Mason playing that. You know, sometimes it's funny how that kind of thing breeds that kind of thing. So Mason's still got to stay focused here, not get out of line. Make sure you get out, take advantage of that. There, I mean, he almost did it.
Goodness. And it's a turning moment, you know. If that just hung up, bang.
Yeah.
Shawn's all of a sudden coming back, and it doesn't seem that Mason's that's far
Huge.
ahead.
Yeah.
And now, you know, at this rate, you're infinitely far behind.
Not at that pace, Larry Dassow. I might agree with you if they actually rolled it slow to that corner, but they all saw what we were doing to level it.
Right. Sometimes you don't want to slow roll it just in case the table does something weird to you.
Well, I need everybody to do me a favor because my phone is dead, so I can't really share this thing. So get out there, make sure you share the stream to all your favorite pool groups. It's going to be a good match. I guarantee Shawn is going to recover from that. And he's going to get things rolling here any moment. Oh, man, I should almost erase that.
Who said that? Mr. G.
8-ball break does not count, but...
Would you like to bet on that, Mr. G?
Yeah, right. I'll take action.
Take odds.
Yeah, we got to... It's all right, guys. Hang in there. Shawn will come around. He's not gonna hang those all night for Mason.
It's a long race to 15 yet. Of course, if Mason wins this one, it'll be a third of the way to the target.
Well, and this table's pretty not horrible, depending on this shot right here.
Actually,
might even consider shooting the combination right here, but
I apologize to Mr. G because I realize he is a mathematical, scientific person. All he was saying is what pace is going on right now, and he was, of course, correct. That's exactly what's pacing.
Good shot. Yeah. So Chris G actually put his guess in at 15 to 12. So
and he put a new one in.
Yeah.
He withdrew the 15 to 0.
He said he's got jokes. Can you see this 14? I think he can. Just spin it straight in. Yep. Just barely, because you saw it hit the backside of that 9 ball as it went through. And he came out pretty good here. A little tricky to stay on a good angle to get the 8 in the side after the 11. No problem, though. Rolls up. A touchy little shot here.
Gentle roll or stun run through so you don't have to risk the table doing anything weird.
I think he's just going to gentle roll.
You like to hit it or stun over. There you go. See, that way nothing weird can happen. You can never blame the table for that. What happens there? And by allowing the cue ball to get to the object ball quicker, there's less time for stuff to change.
Well, here's a bit of a tester. He's got to draw out of this just a little bit because he's got the... Yep, and he didn't get it.
Wow.
Oh, boy. Well, I tell
Do you want
you,
to do a replay on that one?
Shawn is pretty lucky that he's got that 2 hanging down there.
Yeah. Yep. Of course, he would have safety options, but you really don't want to. You don't want to play safe if you don't have to against someone who does have a chance of doing something with a kick shot or a jump shot or.
Well, Shawn's just got to stay down, focus, and get out of this rack. He needs to complete one.
Okay, so the 4 ball just clears. The other 2 don't really. So
well, the one goes to the right.
It's very angle specific, isn't it? Yeah, to the right. So
Yeah,
if he's just drifted past straight, okay, roll forward. That's good. Opening up these nicely. Probably just a little gentle bump on the 1 ball.
Yeah, roll forward off the 1 for the 3.
Yeah, not hard enough that it can get to a rail. Yeah, are you straight enough on the 3 to play this shot?
I don't know. I think so. I think he can just spin this back over a bit.
Better than us. But he's not. Yeah, it's wrong, and that's exactly what we're talking about there. If anybody knows what the hell we're talking about, he can follow it though. He kind of would like to have been, and there you go. It just was enough.
That's not him.
He couldn't stay on the good side of the straight line. He had to go because of the angle he had on the 3 ball. He was forced to get
Gerard,
the wrong
we're doing
angle.
fine. How about you? Settled in for some hopefully good pool here. And Shawn has got to be kicking himself now. That's 2.
Yeah.
That he definitely should have had.
And so Mason missed the shot and did not pay for it.
It's not good for
He got a reprieve.
anybody when start getting down that low and not getting out. Even Mason missing that 8 when he did. You know, that shot's got to get made.
Yeah, and it's the same thing, wasn't it? Like a 2-point hit, 2 points in front of the side pocket for both of them. That's not going to bother him. He's just going to carry on. It shouldn't really bother Shawn too much either. I mean, yes, it does, but he also just needs to carry on with the same mindset.
10 ball going down, so nice little break there.
And because of where the 8 ball is, you kind of prefer solids right away.
Going out to play pool. Where do you play pool there, Gerard? Where are you from? Give your local pool hall a shout out.
See, that's confidence that you're going to actually run out. A lot of people leave that shot just in case, hanging in the pocket. Well, what if that logic makes it a little trickier to run out or makes it just a little bit more complex? And you plan on running out, just go the simplest way. So he's cleared that pocket. Now he doesn't have to play any kind of combination.
Mason's just got to tighten up a little bit. I feel like he's just kind of rushing just a touch. LJ had commented on his pace before. I thought it was good. I used to like to see Mason play fast like I did, but I really love to watch his methodic play.
Yeah, like an older, wiser.
Yeah.
More dangerous. But it's always, we always have this battle, don't we? Humans playing pool between just letting it go and letting your animal take control, or you're thinking, planning, and you don't want your planning to totally kill your instinctive animal part of you.
He's just getting funny on some of these. I mean, still isn't terrific.
Right,
and if he's got the 2, it's better. But you saw him just kind of throw his hand up. So
yeah, you want to somehow end up nicely behind the 4 and the 6 there. Yeah, he's pointing right there where he'd like to be, anywhere around there, and you've got ways. But he's kind of gonna have to thread the needle and hit the rail without. Oh, okay, he could hit a lot softer. Well, that's just fine.
Perfect.
And one ball sitting nicely there for last.
We got Gerard checking in. He said tight court, or actually start with Rodney. Rodney said Shawn's not used to the tight pockets, and Gerard chimed in with tight and large ledges, and that's the truth with these pockets.
Yeah, very deep ledges, aren't they? The ball can hang in there, and you can hardly barely hit it because the rail's in front of it.
Yep, and then Gerard also, I asked him where he plays, and he said Legends in Logansville, Georgia. So, oh boy,
that's good speed control.
Well, you like that, huh?
Yeah, just a soft little draw shot.
Well, I know, but
oh,
a little
no,
bit.
Okay, he's more angry.
Yeah, he's got to come through here.
He's indicating that he might have to bump one of these.
Not in a great spot here.
Maybe you can't. He's got too much angle. He's got to go through them.
No,
bounce off one. He's judging his kiss off that 13.
That's a good shot. Nice control there.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Hit that red button. Oh, I've got one over here, don't I? Do I?
What? Red button?
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Just for the highlight.
Too late.
For the highlight tape.
I probably missed it. I'll look and see if I missed it. Might have caught it just at the end. Yeah. Just caught it barely, but not enough.
Yeah, on the overhead view, you got it. And it's like a soft, sweet draw, and that's as much as you can do to bring the cue ball back. (6-0), not quite going the way Shawn had hoped, I don't suppose. And he's been close in a couple of racks here.
Got a little bit about Mason here as he racks. He's shaking his head. He can't seem to quite get him tight. Mason right now is a 694. He's 23 years old, but it's hard to believe. Right now currently lives in Menasha, Wisconsin, plays and is sponsored by P-Shower Custom Cues along with some others. We should have his sponsors up here too.
P-Shower.
Plays with a Rogue shaft.
How
Just
hard?
had his new cue made from P-Shower. Beautiful cue.
He likes that thing.
Yep. He had it made as a breaking cue, but he actually turned it into a shooting cue because he liked the balance and the feel of it so much. How hard?
How hard?
Tip.
How hard is it?
I think hows are pretty hard. Yours playing 12. Favorite game is 10 ball and Federer Gorst. How can't you like that guy's game? Nope. How are we on replay? Sorry, guys. I don't need to watch that shot again. We'd much rather watch Shawn figure this 8-ball rack out. Open table. I like solids here.
And
right?
another dry break.
Obviously solids, right? One ball is probably the only ball that's...
Yeah, exactly. And in fact, a nice little angle on the 5. Oh, I'd like to be straighter on this, and you could just roll forward and get on the 5. Oh, and the 4 ball. Don't forget the 4 ball over there, the pink one. Bit of an issue, isn't it?
Kyle Kusick says 7-foot table. Yes, sir, it is. 7-footer.
Nice little bump. He's negotiated this well, and he's played this very quickly, and he tells you he's already planning on shooting the 4 ball the long way. Trying to get on it in such a way that the pink stripe doesn't get in his way.
The 4 is the issue.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
and so he's not tried to break it out or bump anything, so he's obviously going to use the 2 and the 3 to get underneath it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you get the right angle here, you come off the 2 and come off the rail, bump into that 12.
Yeah, exactly. You aim for the sort of the gap between the rail and the
I
12, the
don't know
pink
if he's
stripe.
going to get there from there. That's tough.
Yeah, I don't.
3 gets in your way a little bit. Possibly.
He almost has to. It's tough this because on diamonds these balls can lock in. I was going to say just cut the 3 ball in, but sometimes those lock together and neither of them go anywhere. So he's got to pick the 2 ball off first.
Looks like a 6 foot.
And I think the 3 ball kind of stopped him going into the 12 there, but
Does Diamond make 6 foot tables?
No.
Oh. I didn't think so.
Valley used to.
Oh,
that's
that's
a nice
a great shot.
But
Shot to nowhere a little bit.
One more question.
One ball hell in this point. I mean,
Yeah, and this is
you
very,
got to make a ball here, right?
Yeah, there's no
Kick bank,
safety
2
option
rails.
here, is it? There's just nothing you can do.
Kick behind it, 1 rail cross side.
Past the 11, does it even go?
Over here. Right side corner. So behind the 4, off the rail first, kick it 1 rail past. I think that goes.
Past the 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks right. The hell else are you going to do with it? Does it go across corner? It might.
I think might be the only option.
I like my shot. I like the 2
well,
rail
if the
kick.
11's not in the way, yeah.
Oh, what's he doing?
And he's looking at the only option, which is lots of outside. Not the only way to hit this, but lots of
What's
outside
he doing?
spin, relatively soft. 4 ball off probably 2 rails, and then off the pink stripe into the corner.
What the heck are you talking about? That doesn't get past that 10
Yeah.
ball. The 10.
No, he's got
it's
to
like
go 2
10,
rails.
11.
No, he's showing you the line there. Off
10, 13.
2 rails off the stripe. So if he can send the cue ball down that line, his cue's on.
If this goes, it's either a really bad camera angle for me or I'm going to learn something I've never known in my life. Which is possible.
Yeah, we're all learning, hopefully.
I don't feel like that ball goes. I feel like to get enough on it, you're too high up and you'll never get it pinched in far enough to make the...
Well, the key is he's going
I
to
want to see him make it
he's
now,
going to
to
hit
be
the
honest.
end rail. It's still going because of that stripes there.
I
You needed it softer with a little bit more spin.
almost made the 8.
But he had to go for it. Had to go for something.
Oh, Miss Mason's first shot there. Well, this is going to be a roadmap, I think. 13, 11 might, or what is that up in the corner? 13, 12, yeah. Got to get right on one of those 2. Could just be as simple as a stop shot here. Draw back off for the, stop, come back maybe a little bit between the 4 and the 13 for the 12. Yeah, just like that. So now, well, you might go to the 9, but I like the 12 here. He's going to play the 9.
Yeah, and if you don't mind shooting the 13 ball the long way, you can kind of pick these off.
Yeah,
I mean you have to work
harder.
harder to kind of get the 12 first and then get around for the 13, which obviously also works. But is this just going to be a stop shot and then a long shot on the 13?
See, I guess I like taking that 12 out of there before the 9 because that 9 was kind of like a safety valve out in the middle in front of that side pocket.
Right. Just in
Now, if
case
he
you-
gets funny, he's kind of stuck to what he's got. And this shot, you can get funny. I mean, odds are he's going to get perfect here, but it happens.
Oh, so he
I
did
mean-
choose the 10 ball first.
I don't know.
And if it had an angle, he could have just gone up above it. But if he's
Still not sitting
If
good.
he's
I'm telling
absolutely-
you, he's still working this.
if he's straight, he probably expects to have some kind of angle on the 10, and then you can shoot the 13 in the pocket that's
Gonna
closer
draw
to it.
this around 2 rails above the 10 here. Yeah, he missed it. Oh, and he's going to get a lucky kick.
Wow.
Kicked him tighter in,
Dude.
made it a lot tougher on Shawn.
This is very tough. Yeah, I mean, in a safety battle, 2 balls is a lot better than 1.
Quan Masons.
Well,
are
doesn't he
both
have a
in
shot
prime
here though?
spots.
He can make. He's got to, again. He's got to go for it. Really.
I warmed him up at Banks. He's gonna drill this 4-rail cross side or 4-ball cross side
I mean, he's got enough space between those balls. That he could
for
cut,
his
cut
first
this
win
in.
of the
Okay,
match.
1 rail into the long corner, past the 8.
Long corner he went. Maybe he's
Yeah,
gonna
he's-
try and draw it up
He's
onto the
banking
10.
it. And also, if you hit the shot pocket speed, it hangs in front of the 8. If it doesn't fall in,
I think that's too tough.
and you have to get it at least that close, but you really need it to go in.
I like this shot, and I don't like it here. I think the cross side is a better play, but we'll see. Maybe he's
This
gonna
one
drill
has a
it.
chance to go safe-ish, not very safe, but if played at pocket, putting speed. And he's thinking about jacking the cue up because he's
That's why I don't like
just-
shooting
just
across
a-
corner.
yeah,
I
right.
think being able to glance off the side of it is favorable.
he's not really that close to the 4, so he's got space between these balls.
Well, let's see. He's shooting that third time on it.
And if he's lucky, it gets in front of the 8,
But I tell you,
thus explaining why it had an element of safety to it.
so if I'm Mason, I miss this ball and I call safe.
Right. Yep. Yeah, there's no point trying to go for something and break it out unless you really like the angle that you're on or something to do that. But so Shawn's got to make contact from behind and also make sure he gets a rail, but hit it very soft because he needs to really hook Mason on both of these balls. And importantly, the 8 ball still
Yeah,
has
he's
to
not
be,
gonna get the hit.
well, at least for him, the 8 ball is still,
It's actually
blocked.
tougher. It's actually tougher against the rail like that. It makes it tougher to get set on the rail on
yeah.
the bank shot.
And with ball in hand, Mason's got a couple of different options. He can go into it and just go for the out here if he wants. I would think the 10 ball this way, or even, yeah.
I think he missed that.
Still didn't sell out.
See,
I missed his angle there, and I'm surprised he had so much thickness on that ball. It's like he had to judge the follow there. I actually think he could have gone to the other side of straight and just stunned straight into it.
I think it's not.
Now, I'm a bit surprised he shot that ball in unless he's really
He's going to play
confident about
safe
this shot.
here. No, he's
He's going
going
to play safe here. Okay. This is tough. I think he, I don't know, might have been well advised to have played safe on that last strike ball instead. But he has to hit the speed perfect.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
It's okay. But he doesn't really have control.
Let's see. Catch up here.
So Shawn has a chance if he hits this good to put Mason in real trouble. He's got to hit a really nice shot because he's got to get to a rail afterwards, and he did.
Shot.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I tell you,
And
so
that's why
the downfall though when you're up 6-0 is you start
go
letting
for it.
up. You
Just
can't.
go for it.
Well,
Oh,
you just
letting
start
up.
letting up. I mean, Sean's got to get some pressure on Mason here.
It's a good hit, but it doesn't really help much.
Yeah, he was trying to slide the other side of it. I'm
had
sure.
to. Yeah,
But-
and Shawn played a really good safety there, but I really feel Mason's choice to shoot that last stripe kind of gave Shawn an advantage.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. I think you make, I don't know, you make different decisions when somebody's on your tail compared to when you feel like you're out in front. But
Yeah,
that's a maturity thing that has to happen too. Is you have to play through that because it's going to happen.
So a cheer goes out through the countryside for all those Shawn Wilkes fans out there who have seen Shawn play and been amazed by him because he plays really good. And every comeback starts with the first game. Got any more cliches we can use?
Got to start somewhere.
Atta boy. 2 in the bush is worth. Oh wait, how's that go?
2 in the hand.
Is that it? What does that mean?
2 in the hand is better than 4 in the bush.
Is it?
Yeah,
Wow.
because 4 in the bush aren't yours. You got 2 in your hand. There's no guarantee on the 4 that are in the bush that you're hoping on. You really don't.
I wish I had any idea what you're actually saying.
if you're hungry and you're going hunting for birds,
Oh, hunting for birds.
it's
Got it.
better to have 2 birds in your hand
Birds, yeah, okay.
than 4 birds in the bush.
Right, because you might not get any of them.
Right.
Don't count your chickens.
That's it. There's another cliche.
When in Rome.
Right. That's another.
Wait, no, that just doesn't.
Make like a shepherd and get. That's not it. That doesn't
And
work.
sheep.
Get the flock out of here.
Flock. Oh, okay, yeah.
Anyways, okay. Good job, Shawn.
Okay. Thank goodness.
I
we've-
agree. Diet chocolate, cheering him on. All right, Annie made a ball on the break, so opportunity here to kind of get a roll going.
Yeah, and it looks like. Well, he does have shots on both groups.
Yeah, like 3. Keep it simple. Even if he's got a
Yeah.
little more work to do that way,
And the 8-ball, if it goes past the
you
14,
got to get control.
or what about the 7 though for the solids? So I'm still undecided, solids or stripes here. Sometimes they're both just as good. Or
I don't know what
both awkward.
stripe you would have shot.
he had the 10-ball there in the side pocket, in the same pocket.
Much tougher though.
Tougher shot, but if you really like stripes,
7 ball goes in the side, so he's okay here. So if he can shoot the 6 right now with speed, that he could possibly have the 5 in the corner if he misses, but he should be trying to play shape on that 7 past the 15 in
Yeah,
the opposite side.
that's
pocket.
right. 7-ball is what this is all about, and 7-ball is my hang up over shooting
All
solids.
right, so he's not doing it now. He's going to stick with the 1, try and keep a clean pattern.
And usually you want to do it sooner rather than later. General rule of thumb, old wives, whatever. No, that's not right, is it?
Oh, that's good. Okay, so Shawn is Chrissy's dad, and she lives in Neenah, actually. Why didn't she just come over and watch him in person? Miss Chrissy. Do you think you'd make him nervous?
Okay. So, yeah, okay. So he likes the 7-ball past the 11. So he's just going to roll forward
That
here.
goes?
I think it must, just the way he's played that. Oh, he's shooting the 2-ball.
Mm,
The plot
think-
thickens.
I don't know if it does or not. Go past the 11. We're about to find out because he kind of got there. Plays midway. He
Okay.
kind of threw his hands up. Didn't get in either definite position.
He's going to come with a shot here, something special. If he wants to keep this run going.
I was just going to say, it looks like he's looking at this bank shot. Got him all pumped up on banks. We were playing bank pool
right.
beforehand.
He's fairly straight, isn't he? And hopefully actually can get enough angle on it and not accidentally hit it too straight. But if he does hit this too straight,
Gotta
14
roll it
the
over. You
14
can't
ball
overhit
can
it.
help it, or the 8 ball can help it,
Oh, look at
or
that.
the 11 ball. Any one of those 3
Oh.
balls had a chance to
Almost.
make that. And none of them did. He had like 4 different paths to that pocket. Each one of the 4 was separated by misses in between.
Going to take care of that 14 right away. Smart play. Oh, oh, I see. Shawn's grandson needs to be in bed by 7:30. That's why she's not here. What is it? There's no school tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. Well, this looks pretty set. 7 ball could create problems if you don't have the right shot on the 14, but I'm sure Mason is taking that into account as he plays these last couple of shots. I think because of that, he decided to shoot that ball. Yeah, I like that shot. Question is if you try and nudge anything here, but maybe shoot the 12 and then take the 14 off the 7.
Looks like he's just settling for an angle which is just slightly on the wrong side of straight. He may be planning on just gently rolling there, using the 7 ball to just sort of stop the cue ball and shoot the 8 ball.
I think he can shoot it off the 7 and draw to the right rail.
Shoot the 14 off the 7?
Yeah.
That's risky. I think that's risky because
from the overhead.
If you hit the 7,
you can miss that.
There's enough rail sticking out that you can actually miss it. Hit that point. It's just a sweet draw shot. Oh, so he did go off the ball.
Look out
How's
for the
your
5.
luck?
Yeah, he's all right.
Just nice. Semi-awkward shot, this. It's not a gimme. Gotta bear down and hope you don't get a
As John said before,
contact.
an almost 700 should make that ball every time. And Mason puts it
right
down.
on. True, of course. But sometimes you get a piece of, chalk or something and it throws more.
Well, I mean, the reality is pressure is everything. I think that's the hardest thing to do is to maintain pressure when you're not feeling a lot of pressure yet. And I mean, when I say that, obviously Shawn is more than capable. He's a 659, which by itself is not by any means what's another expression? Anything to shake a stick at. Nothing? I don't know, he must have made something up.
Just to shake a stick at.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no shot here, really. Well, 10 ball. Doesn't have anything at solid, so 10 ball is his choice. And right into the 9 ball.
Little shot, yeah. Keep himself on the 9. So that was nice. Nicely done. He's shooting right away, which tells you he kind of thinks he's got a way out here.
Did he hit that? I got to look at that again, but.
Oh.
Who lines up that combination?
Oh, the overhead doesn't say it's good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, now he's going to be forced into playing the 13. And 8 ball is complex. Sometimes you have to allow your spidey sense to tell you.
Oh, he doesn't have this. He's saying this.
So
yeah, he's not saying it.
Good hit. Advantage Shawn. Now, Shawn.
I just want to go back to the shot real quick because it almost looked like a double hit, but it's not. It hits after the 9 and then hits it again right away.
Yeah, on the 5.
Yeah, that was interesting, I thought.
Right. It hits once the 9 and then hits the 5 twice.
Yeah. But I almost thought it was a bad hit, but going back and looking at it, it wasn't. It was, he hit the 5, then it bumped it over and then came off the rail and hit it again right away.
So Shawn's going to be thinking about chipping off one of these balls and trying to bury the cue ball. The key here is to hook him on those 2 awkward balls. The 14 and the 11 are not sitting well, and he doesn't want Mason to be able to play some kind of safety or something off them or go at them. You'd much rather either hook him on everything or let him do something with the 13. Plan A would be obviously hook him on everything, but the most important thing is that the 14 and the 11, you protect those. He's calling a ball.
6 ball. He's going to try and back cut the 6, which is a
and that makes
pretty
sense,
good shot.
It's kind of both, isn't it? You can
because he can roll this ball. He doesn't have to hit it hard.
That's right. Tactically, you hit it putting speed just hard enough to get there. You're glad he didn't hit those 2 stripes on the way through.
I don't know.
But
he just left him at 14, I think.
Like almost give him, with ball in hand, you might put the cue ball there to shoot the 14. I don't know.
It's close. I mean, it's only close because the center where the 2 balls are going to
lick it in with a little bit of right hand spin. No, he just shook his head. So it's like he's listening to us. He's not listening to us, is he? No,
but he does have
he shook his head because he knows that that doesn't work.
And he's got room next to the ball, so he should have no problem making this shot.
Now, the interesting thing about where Shawn did put that 6 ball, and we were saying it's good to get it in front of the pocket, but what I was going to say is that 6 ball there helps Mason's combination go in. But he needed to make the 13 and gently stay on it. Now, he may have assumed that combination didn't go and not reconsidered that adding the 6 ball to the mix gave him a chance to make it. And so he obviously hit it with speed to try and break them up or get below them. And this is tactically advantage solids.
Ron Cisnowski checking in. What's going on, Ron? Ron is the one and only league guru here at the Mad Apple. He makes sure everything goes off without a hitch, and we appreciate it very much. We run a ton of leagues.
That's right. And Ron is keeper of the rules.
That too.
This is important.
Somebody has to do that. I don't know. I think he just gave him the only shot that's makeable, which is that combination. I mean, Mason at this point's got nothing to lose. You just hit this ball to make it.
Oh, wow. Overcut it.
These guys are getting a bit sloppy.
Yeah, and so this is a moment for Shawn where he needs to say, look, this could be a turning moment in this match. It's complex. I've still got to figure out what the right thing to do here is. But he's got a chance to scrap through and win this rack.
Actually, at this moment, that'd be a pretty big thing.
What's that?
Just to get any rack.
Yeah. And got a nice little group of balls there now. It's lying pretty good, isn't it? I mean, the 11 ball makes those three solids, they have to, use different pockets.
If the 2 goes up past the 14,
yeah,
then I think you're good because I think you can just tap this ball in.
Or even
shoot
the 1 in the side. Yeah, or the 2. Yeah, the long 2 like that. That unpicks that situation.
All right, he doesn't decide to do that. He drew back. I think he was trying to get to the 7, but maybe he was planning for the combination.
Even if he did get on the... Yeah, I think the combination, because even if he did get on the 7, still doesn't help him get the 1 and the 2 out of there. And in fact...
Nothing to it. Made that one look easy.
He did play perfect position there to get on that combination. So what I assumed was a shot that he hit too soft was actually just right. That's a good little leave here. He's got to figure out.
Change of plans again here. I think you're going to see him go to the 1 ball.
Yeah, which is a shame because he's got to get up table for the 8 ball last, and you don't really want to do that from the 3. But you're right. Sometimes you have to.
You can't play the 3 here for sure. I mean, 3 ball, you're not guaranteed anything.
Try and get nice and straight on the 3 and just draw back is what I'd be thinking.
Yeah, just touch, right?
That's
kept the angle tight, so he's got to either hold this a little bit or he's going to have his speed just right.
I think he's pretty good there. Yeah, draw it back, and just that little bit of angle, the rail bumps him off, and there we go. Shawn's in the mood to fight back.
There. Let's take a look where that all started. Shawn started out shooting this combination that we weren't sure. It ended up being perfect, and couldn't ask for a better start to that run.
There you go. Now, although we've had a lot of dry breaks, most of them have been from Mason. So let's see if Shawn can find a way to make a ball on the break. And he's...
Oh, that's better.
Very capable of finding ways to run out.
Chris G, very nice out. I agree. And Bill Skibbo saying, come on, Shawn, maybe you need a Corona. Well, if you call up the bar...
Was that virus or beer?
They take credit cards over the phone. Doesn't need virus.
I like that. You never know. It wasn't specific.
All right, Shawn with the break.
Are you talking about the halo of that's around the outside of the sun? Plasma.
I think that's going to sting.
What a nice wide open table.
That's the thing. It is.
He's given to his opponent.
Stripes your solids. What do you like? I think they're both runnable. I think from this position...
I think the 4 is weird,
stripes,
isn't it?
Yeah.
4 and the 7 make me think stripes.
Yeah, the only real problem with stripes is the 13, and that's very doable in the side pocket. So, got to get good here though. Can't get. Yeah, that's
Zinging backwards.
well, it's smart to get that far down table, and he got
Inch perfect position to nowhere in particular.
Yeah, and he got nothing out of it too. I think he might have got lucky, got the 12, but he really did not have that planned out. Well, all right, he might have got even luckier and got the 15. She did. Go to that 13 right away, or is he going to wait?
Oh, what a clever little bump.
Perfect.
Because I was thinking, oh, you need perfect speed control if you're not going to take the 13, but didn't really have a good angle on the 13. But that little bump opens it up nicely.
So the 9's going to be the last ball before the 8.
I know Mason likes his 10 ball and his 9 ball. But he plays good patterns in 8 ball too.
Yeah, he plays natural shape. I mean, if you watch, Mason plays center ball an awful lot. He plays natural angles to shots, unless he doesn't have to. Oh yeah. Tried to get too snazzy there. Should have just shot that
was
ball.
that was way too snazzy because he went rail first there. Yeah, I don't know if we have time for that, but he chose to go rail first. It wasn't really necessary to go rail first, and not only that, but he played rail first with draw.
It might have been actually looking at it.
Oh,
now.
maybe it was. Maybe the fiber was in the way, but
he definitely hit that real thick.
He has a much greater, larger effective pocket if you're not drawing that.
Worst part for him is even if he would get so lucky as to have Shawn not run these out, which he should.
And honestly, he was just trying to get position on the 8, so you didn't need to get close. In hindsight, you might think he would have played a rolling, gentler shot on the 9 ball and give himself a better chance to make it. I'm not faulting just going for the shot that you feel and that you know you like, because if you make it, you know, you're just playing good, and you don't have to play these percentages if you really are playing perfect. But
it's funny. He makes that shot, and everybody's like, "Oh, brilliant!
Yeah,
played that ball."
Well, that's right, and nobody would fault it at all. But if you miss it, I'm afraid they can.
Yeah.
And you could have played that simpler.
Yeah, I mean that's part of you're feeling good.
I'm not saying what the right shot is. Who knows? You know, it works both ways, but. Just feel your way into it. Shawn, speaking of feeling, he's feeling his way around the table right now and not taking any time at all, and he's not going to concede that Mason's a quicker player than him.
Well, Shawn plays quick himself. I mean, I wouldn't expect this match to take very long. Have we seen a safety yet? Maybe one, right?
Just trying to think. It has to be. Is that?
Oh, boy. All right, there we go. Shawn to get to 3, only 4 games down now. That's a vast improvement from where we were just a few games ago.
And Shawn nicely not forgetting to aim the 8 ball.
John commenting on how one evening I played 25 to 30 games on one and could not hardly make a ball in the break. Talking about on a diamond. Balls go everywhere, but nothing falls in. Here's what I'll tell you. Try this break next time. It's a speed break. I don't care what game you play, if it's 9 ball, 8 ball, or 10 ball. Set the cue ball about half a diamond up table, center diamond in the middle of the table.
Wait, what?
And what?
I'm trying to follow along here.
Half a diamond up table.
Yeah.
Right, so from the end rail that you're breaking from.
Uh-huh.
Half a diamond up.
Okay.
Center of the table.
Okay.
So you have just a slight elevation to the back of the cue and give it a pop break, which is just hard enough to give it a
slight jump shot.
Not really.
Just if you watch it in slow motion.
Yeah, it does come off just a little bit.
It's levitating across the cloth and therefore not being dragged by friction and slowing down. and you can get it to sort of land on the one ball.
But I think it's the most consistent break on a diamond, and I don't know why, but the side pocket goes, if you get the speed right, and that's what that break is all about, is your speed, and it's not crushing it, because if you hit it too hard, nothing goes, or you jump the cue ball off the table. But if you hit that speed, you find that speed just right, that side pocket will go almost every time. That's slow for him 20 years ago. Yeah, Shawn played super, super fast, yeah. All right, we had a little bit of a break here, but we're back, and Shawn about to get ready to break here.
So there's still plenty of time for Shawn to try and come back here. Mason's only halfway to the goal. It is winner breaks. It was a dry break, but he did get a chance to get back and finish his own rack that he broke. I'd like to break just as open, only this time, hope that the ball falls in.
You see, back up, center that ball out, and that side pocket goes. In fact, a lot of times I make both side pockets on that break.
Yeah, and you're saying only half a ball from the end rail.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
well,
kind of force it. What that does is it
half a diamond.
Half a diamond, yeah. And that forces you to sort of be a little bit more elevated.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
And so it is, yeah, a little jump shot, yeah.
Just slight. That's a good break there, though.
Did he make one?
Yeah, a couple. Made two there.
Collected on one side of the table.
Yeah, he didn't end up with a great-looking rack, for sure.
Yeah.
Take a look from the
So, I
overhead
mean, you look
view.
down table and think, well, what about stripes? And then look up table and realize the 15's in total trouble. And so the 15 and the 5 ball probably are better attacked by the two solids that are close to it. And the 6-2 looks like a combination. So actually solids don't really look that bad if you can make one right now.
What do you like about the 5?
I think that the 7 and the 3 both give you options. Whereas if you're trying
3 here probably.
Yeah, if you're trying to get the 15,
right.
Yeah, and then get an angle exactly and then break shot next.
Right. 3 almost plays natural in so that you're going to be over on the side rail.
Yeah. Having said that, the stripes does have ways, and actually it's got 2 stripes. There's a ball hanging over the side pocket almost, and the 13, and both of those could be used to break the 15 out, but if you don't like either of those options, and he doesn't,
let's look from this end.
He's going to shoot your shot and just pop the 3 ball in right away.
I mean, I think I almost like trying to draw over and pop back out off the rail, although tight against the rail wouldn't be horrible.
Yeah, and he's just gone over to check that combination, the 6-2 looks good, and that might be hinting at him just going down table and shooting that next. Not necessarily. But I actually like playing the break shot. If you've got it depends. If you've got a good chance to get on this 7 ball and make it a break shot right away, do it. And you could do it from either side of straight. You could actually be frozen on the rail, side rail, and shoot the 7 in. I don't know if he can get there from here. It's tough to see how much angle he's got on the 3. Most importantly, if you do shoot that shot, you've got to make sure you actually make the 3, because
90% of tables, I would say, that you can figure out by adjusting your speed. There are tough tables, but it's all speed that affects that. Oh, boy. Well, it's going to give Mason the option. He does have a couple of options for the break now, especially leaving the 3 there.
3 ball goes back.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Mason shoot the 7 here right away.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the right angle on the 3. So if he can sneak the 7 in and not brush the 3 on his way in and out.
I mean, the bright side is that 6-2
he actually
being lined up. Oh, he did just play it. All right.
Well, okay. So he likes this angle on the 7.
Well, he must like the idea that he's going to actually be able to make the 5.
And it's tough, isn't it, though? Because playing that the way he did, it kind of, what happened is sort of almost destined to happen. Which is you don't
but maybe he didn't care. He knows he's got 3 balls down table to get back in position.
Yeah.
He's going to do it right here, actually. That's a really good shot. Oh.
How'd that turn out? Yeah.
No luck. No love.
Oh, and he's just thrown it away there with
Yeah,
a.
he's just irritated right now.
Yeah, but you
I don't
don't
like to see him get
It's
like
not
that.
the right thing to do. There's still a way to be productive here. Sean's not guaranteed out. There's got to be something Mason could have done to better his position.
Sean's going to start up here with the 12 ball.
And of course, ball in hand really helps. And pump the 11, or if you're going to do that, take the 9 out first and still do that next.
What do you like about that, taking the 9 out?
Just to get it gone. And he's still going to leave himself exactly the same shot that he would have with ball in hand on the 12 anyway. But no, okay. There's no need to take the 9 because obviously it goes
I didn't see
into the same point. So yeah, the key was being good on that breakout shot so you can control it, and that's what he did. I don't know if he's actually even on the 11, but he's still got, yeah, okay, he's really thin cut
is,
here.
Yeah.
And
oh
no, and I was just going to say he's got so many open balls that he's bound to have a shot somewhere, and sometimes that lets you not be specific about where you send the cue ball. And oh yeah, by the way, that's why, because that's a scratch.
It's actually pretty unusual for me to see Mason get frustrated like that.
I was surprised by that. Yeah, he's gone off and he's come back, and yet again, a Mason mistake he's going to get a reprieve. It's not going to cost him, and it's easier to forget about it if it doesn't cost you.
Right. That shot was not where he would have liked it.
No, and this match is going Mason's way, so there's no point in changing his own psychology by, uh-oh. It's okay.
He's fine. He's not feeling it right now. He'll still probably get out, but he just gets sloppier when he's not quite.
I mean, there's no need for him to really get emotionally involved with the last few twists and turns. Look at that. Look how
speed there.
Yeah. How he cheated the pocket there in order to stay down on the 8.
All right, so out he goes. I say that, but sometimes you need that spark. You need something to get you motivated to get going. So, getting a little bit irritated with yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, when I saw
spark that at times.
Friendly these two were before the match, obviously showing each other a lot of respect. But are you match hardened? Are you really trying to win this?
Yeah, but they don't play like that. That was our mentality when we were younger and played. The mentality of these young guys is not the same. It's just not. I like it better, honestly, even though we had a lot of spunk, let's say.
I beg your pardon?
When we played.
No, I'm not going to translate that into English for anyone out there. You have to look that one up in the
I have it
in the Urban Dictionary.
Chris, I got 99 problems, and pool is all of them. Some days.
No, I'm warning you, don't look that up if anybody's thinking of.
No, I'm not looking.
All right, okay.
I don't need to look it up. I think I got it figured out. Well, it's a little tricky. He's rushed to this point, but he's got to tighten up because he needs these next couple of shots to be right. Ended up, I don't know, short there maybe. I don't know if he'll be able to get high enough to get that break shot on the. He's going to have to spin the heck out of this ball. Just watch the rotation.
Oh,
he did.
Look at that shot. Hit that button, Kendall.
I thought you swore at me there.
What do you think I said?
Not button. Slide down for the 9.
Lovely little.
Well, it didn't slide too much, but he's all right.
It's not perfect, is it? It might be a perfect little kiss, and if it is, he doesn't have to do anything. But otherwise, he's got to play a really thin cut shot, which involves another thin snick on the 4. Oh, he
good shot there.
Not hit the 4, which is quite incredible. And he's got a pocket available, and he's pointing to it. And he's visualizing this ball going in. And this is what I played pool with Frog the other day. And he said, the only thing I'm ever thinking about while I'm shooting is back.
See, that's more what I'm used to.
Back of the pocket is what Frog's saying. Every shot, when he's walking around the table, he's just thinking about the back of the pocket.
Take another quick look at the break shot here that Mason shot to start that thing out. Taking a look.
Yeah, this shot is a shot that you really have to time well. It's inside English. If you get the timing wrong, you miss this shot by a mile.
And he came out pretty good on that too, obviously. Knocking the 14 right over in front of the hole. The second ball break.
Yeah. That's worked a couple of times now, and so he's already identified that he knows he wasn't making balls, obviously.
I don't know. We're going to have to look at this overhead pretty quick because
so
I don't think it's going to take very long for him to make decisions.
Is that 2 balls made on the break in a row, though? Both of them with the second ball break. And so, was that a break and run, was it?
I'm not sure about that either.
Yes, too.
All right, so he's starting with the 15 combination.
Yeah, and that's nice.
Can he roll up for the 12 here? I don't think he's got the 10 there. I think he's got to roll up for the 12.
Oh, look at that thing.
Back. Yeah, that's going to not
roll
help
the
him.
Dice. How does it turn out? Not very good. Now what?
He's still got a lot
He's got
of
a break. He's going
yeah.
to keep going. Whack this one in with a lot of follow. Zing. 14 ball. Stop that shot being perfect.
Still nothing.
But
though.
he's not done yet.
12 and 10 are still tied up.
Yeah, but this 14 is perfect for him. So he's just going to keep on going like the Energizer Bunny and give it another whack. And he's okay. Still going.
They're not getting easier.
No, but he can cut this ball in. He's going to double kiss the 10 ball, and they're going to end up somewhere.
Yeah.
Sometimes the 10 balls. Oh, he's got the 10.
Shot the 10, yeah. Well, he had the 10.
I thought he had the 12 would have been a little bit easier, but it was in a roll shot, and you kind of have to negotiate a bumbling and knocking the 10. Okay. 9-3, Shawn with a chance. And that's what makes 8-ball the most complex and interesting of all the games. Because there's so many different ways or sort of bits of logic that he can try and use here. But I'd like to find, he only gets, to choose one at a time, and he's got to make sure of it. So he's got to be trying to figure out the 5-ball and the 6-ball. They both have pockets available, but they're not the close ones. And they're kind of shielding each other, so you kind of have to just get in there behind them. And here's the shot that he's going to try and get in. Little tap. That's not bad. Especially if this 5-ball goes past the 2 and he's straight on it.
Doesn't.
The 6-ball's really close to the rail. The 4-ball goes and he could bump the 6. You've got to be really careful you don't make the 8 if you try anything crazy like that. I don't like getting on the 6.
Can't tell if he's got enough of the pocket to play the 5 past the 8 after this shot. Like next.
Into the side pocket?
Yeah. Like shoot the 4, then come out for the 5. If that 5 went past the 8, it'd be worth looking at.
And I kind of feel he might just be well advised to get on the 2-ball from here.
Oh, it's going to hang. Yeah, you just can't do that on these pockets. You can't catch that rail.
Sometimes you have so many options and you're not 100% sure you went with the right one, and it all distracts you from just focusing on rolling that ball in. Complex game, isn't it?
Let's take a second. Thank everybody for joining us here. Holy cow. Us here at Mad Apple Xstream.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah, it is. We're located right here on College Avenue in Appleton, Wisconsin, and you are watching us live. We've got our King of the Hill match going on right now. 2 new players tonight. Jeremy Fetkenhauer was our reigning king for 9 weeks. Hung it up and give up his crown. So we had 2 new challenges tonight. We had Mason and Shawn Wilkes both stepping up to play. Mason was slotted to play this week. Shawn stepped up when needed.
And Shawn's been down here before.
He has, yep. Last time he was not feeling well. He didn't even keep his or stay in his room. He didn't.
Well, I was talking to him about that today, and that was the day that we misscheduled, and there was 3 people here to play. So he came all that way, went back, and as soon as he got back, he found out that he had COVID.
Oh.
And he felt ill and didn't stay.
Crazy. All right, Mason
Traveled all this way.
Ball.
He traveled all this way just to catch it.
Yeah. A tough starter here. Unless he can see the 11. Otherwise, he's back cutting the 12, possibly. I don't know if he can see that either.
Interesting. Combination.
Yeah, Mason won't self-destruct. That's maybe a little overstated.
Who said that?
John, the only guy chatting.
Oh, John. John.
Yeah, you won't usually see Mason self-destruct. I mean,
well, I think
I was surprised to see him get as angry as he did.
Well, he's shaking his head now. He's just.
Yeah, well, shaking your head is not destructing.
This message will self-destruct in 10 seconds.
10 seconds. 2 hours later. All right, Shawn's starting off with a slow roll there on the 6. He's going to just tap these balls in. 7 to the side, 2 to the side. Only work is getting over on the 5. He's got to make sure he gets an angle to get there.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a lot of balls
and
to do.
And if he gets the right angle on the 2 ball, I might be tempted to go from the 2 to the 5. Or at least try right now and get a good angle on it. And he has, so maybe that is what he's thinking. Might as well go at it.
2 to the 5 now?
If he likes it. Yeah, I mean, depending.
Crazy talk.
Well, I'm saying if he gets a favorable
you had
angle.
cows from England.
Cows?
Well, beef.
Well, they actually had to kill every single cow in England with mad cow's disease.
Yeah.
Every single cow.
They killed them with mad cow's disease?
No, the cows that had.
They killed the cows that had mad. I see.
There was these 2 cows in the field, and one says to the other, "Are you worried about this mad cow's disease?" And the other one says, "It's not going to bother me. I'm a chicken."
Yeah.
There we go.
I've known you long enough that when that was a big deal, I remember that joke being a big deal. There's a good shot by Shawn.
Finally, the subject of mad cows came up, so I could use that.
Takes forever, doesn't it?
800 million cows were exterminated.
800 million?
No.
Now imagine all of the methane that they saved.
It was like 10 times as many
Where is he
cows
going? All the way around. Nice shot. I'd like to replay that one for you, although that was a good shot. I would much rather replay his other shot because I thought that was a better shot. Nice out there by Shawn. We'll go back to the shot that he shot to get on the 5, which was a really well hit ball.
Yeah. Pure.
And a good job there. Perfect onto the 5. Finish the out from there. Gets him to 4 games to 10. So Mason needs 5. Shawn needs 11. Been busy in the game room store. Huh?
Yeah.
Seems like you continue to have a flow of people.
Okay. Yeah. Momentum's been flowing for some time now.
It's weird. I have to get artwork now again because the art lady stopped doing her stuff. If you notice, you look around, there's nothing on the wall.
Yeah. And how's she doing?
Fine.
Well, I'd have to put some of my art on the walls then, wouldn't I?
Oh, yeah. Get out the spray cans.
All right, Shawn, let's see if you can make a ball on the break and
Also
give yourself
a
another
time
one of these nice wide open racks.
Who's a time traveler? What are you talking about, Chris G? Time traveler. Well, that break is not working. He racked that for himself, too. Solids all day.
A little tricky though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're tricky, but they're the ones that have a pattern.
Because the 5 only goes after the 7's gone, right?
Yeah, but stripes, you got nothing going. Oh. MH is a time traveler? Why are you a time traveler?
I was going to tell you a joke about time travel, but you didn't like it.
Oh.
I think he's trying to prompt me into saying that, but I'm not sure.
When has that ever stopped you that I don't like one of your jokes? Never.
I stop myself most of the time.
You don't like your jokes?
I'm very critical, and I edit, you know. Self-edit.
Edit, delete. Edit, delete.
Meanwhile, that 5 ball is tough to get on.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to get an angle so he can play the 5 up in the corner. So 4 ball right here, come back for the 7.
And then
Or actually 4 to the 3 to the 7. I don't mind.
Leave it to the end, and then you have to get absolutely perfect speed to get on the 7 at the right angle. Close to. There he is. Well, didn't really get a better angle on it. So, but like you say, you could shoot the 3 and still try.
What's wrong with shooting the 3 in the corner?
He's not really got a very good angle on this one either.
Well, he's going to spin over for the 5.
Oh,
he did.
Look
Good
at
shot
that
there.
inside spin. So a lot of people wouldn't even think you could get over there, but he loaded that up and hit it soft. Hit it low and soft, and that spin kind of just increases as it drags across the table. Look how much spin he puts on this ball. And that's definitely given him a chance. I mean, he's on this. I don't know if the 8 goes. He's taking on.
It looks like
he's
it
taking
does.
on because he's on it. And
Now, if he's got the 6 for a little draw shot here, it'd be great. Come back just a little bit for this 5 ball.
yeah, if you can control it, it seems simple.
Yeah, I like this better,
Judge.
though. Yeah, give himself a little angle so he's got room off that rail to come over.
Right, using the rail like he is on the 6 ball, it's kind of a little bit easier to control the speed, isn't
Maybe
it?
a bit too much angle, though.
Yeah, and you don't really want to be going into the 8 and the 11 when you shoot the 5.
And he
that's
held
really
it
good.
nice. It's a good shot.
That was a real another really soft shot with a lot of spin. Still,
all timing. For those of you that when we talk about timing in pool, that's what we talk about for timing is the timing of your power through the ball.
and he's not done yet because he's got to make sure he gets on this 8 ball and doesn't get weird after he collides
I
into
was going to
these.
say he's going to draw and just tick it a little bit. No, he didn't get it. Not going to be.
Well, he's going to go for a one rail kick, I suspect. And this one you want to hit with a little bit of draw to flatten it and also make sure you don't scratch. Just a little bit. Oh, and he's hit that well. Good speed. But
yeah, I mean,
he's
I think
definitely given Shawn.
it's a bit of a two-way.
Shawn doesn't actually necessarily have a easily pocketable ball.
No, it was a bit of a two-way shot. I think he hit it lightly, tried to hold him there.
And if Shawn doesn't like his chances of maybe shooting the 11 in the side, because that's a shot you kind of have to make, he's got safety options too. You don't want to overdo the safeties, especially when you're playing against someone who just might jump it in or kick it in or something. But he also doesn't want to take a sellout shot if he doesn't feel really good. It looks like the 11 goes in the side pocket. I don't know.
He's just playing straight safe here.
Yeah.
Just going to roll forward.
I don't know why you wouldn't call one of these balls and play the long combination whilst playing safe. Because, oh, he played that. Brilliant.
You played that shot?
Yeah.
Oh, great shot.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Better
Give
get a
you- that's
replay
and that's
there.
what I said. I don't know why you wouldn't give yourself a chance to make something. Obviously, he followed forward to make sure he didn't leave a shot on the 8 just in case. And because it's a two-way shot, you can go for a shot that's tough. And not
You
too
did.
tough, obviously, because he hit that really well. And he's giving himself a good chance here now. I'd really like it if his angle on the 11 wasn't quite as steep, because he'd love to shoot the 11, dance around the back of the 8 ball, and end up with a shot on one of these two stripes that are closer to the 8 ball. You definitely don't want to leave getting on those till later if he can get on them now. It's tough to know if he can hit this 11 soft enough. So, okay, he's going to map it out now. He's going to tell you where the cue ball's going. He's like, oh, I don't want to bump into the 8 ball. Or maybe I do. Now, let's think about that. He just ran his cue off the rail into the 8 as if he's going to bump the 8. And, of course, that would stop the cue ball, wouldn't it? And he'd be on one of these two stripes, probably. Now, this shot he has to make. It's interesting that he's saying no to that. And if he does feel all of a sudden that he needs to play safe, it gets tougher and tougher to even play the safe.
Better.
Once he pops these balls off the table, and I mean, it would be difficult to play safe now. But he's got a shot on the 9, so he's got to keep going. He's just going to Z-bank around the table, through the middle of the table, and hope to get on these balls.
Yeah,
And he might have put it in the worst. Well,
he's got some shots here, I think. Maybe. Maybe not.
yeah, he really wanted to be behind those and shooting one of these balls right now, but into a pocket. He's also got to be careful that he just doesn't leave Mason a clear shot at this 8. And it's not immediately clear to me how you play a snooker here. So he's got to come up with something creative here. And his hook zone, somewhere behind the 15 and the 13, becomes a lot smaller if he uses the 13 to sneak off. But it's tough to really play a safety off the 14. Okay, so what he's shown you there, this is a two-way shot. The 14, plan A is it just goes into the pocket. But the cue ball then, if you do that, he's cutting that 14 to the right as you see it. And the cue ball goes around the table and ends up in a hook zone for a safety, just in case the 14 doesn't go in. If he plays this at the right speed, and let's find out.
Oh, he's in trouble.
He's
Well,
got
maybe
into
not.
the hook zone. Half.
I don't know if he did.
Mason's just going to jump the edge of this
yeah, I
15,
don't
no
think-
problem if he needs to do that even at all. He's got his shooting cue out. So.
Lisa Heckman, I wondered what happened to you.
Not
She
quite.
said that she's been working on Fridays.
Oh.
So she's been watching the replays. So we're just going to have to remember
So she watches on her phone at work.
every week, sometime in the stream, we'll have to give a shout out to Lisa Heckman. That way, when she watches the replay, she can feel like she's part of the scene here.
Shout out to Lisa Heckman because we know you'll be watching it later.
Oh, she's watching it right
yeah,
now?
I'm saying kind of thing. I think
Oh, yeah.
paraphrasing what you just said, to thus indicate I understood what you were saying. 11-4. Blast the balls all over. Not making a break though.
Nothing
making a
went there,
ball. And I think he switched back to the head ball break there.
Yeah, I wonder why.
So because he's getting down quick, it tells you, he likes the chance of getting on the 9 and just popping that in and opening these up. Okay. Decided he didn't want to go into any of those balls and drew back. And because the 11 debt's down table, that's not so bad because he can go down for the 11 right now. Well, you would have thought if he'd shot the 11, he'd have been sitting pretty.
That's tough now.
He's got
Only
to go.
because the 8 is kind of shielding the angle on the 13, so he's kind of got to try and get there now, I think, right?
Yeah, and he's sort of straight on the 14 or kind of slightly on the
What do you think?
wrong side of straight.
Stop shot on the 14, back cut the 11, come around 2 rails for the 13 on the side.
Yeah, I think so. I like that. I like that better than following the 14 and getting on the 13 because I just don't like getting from the 13 to the 11. So, yeah, if you can just stop, like you said right there. Yeah, but he did go this way. So he definitely could get on this ball. But what I didn't like about this is what he's just about to try and get his mind around, which is...
He's got no angle here. No good angle.
I mean, he can pop this 13 in the side pocket, thin hit, hopefully not shoot the 8 ball straight in the corner accidentally at the same time, and somehow follow through and nudge your way through all the other balls.
Yeah.
Hit it as hard as you can and roll the dice, but I don't like it. He can shoot this in the corner too. And he has a simple shot where he leaves himself a long back cut on the 11 that way. That might be what he's doing. He's going around the table. And if that stripe hadn't hit that, he was down there. He's got down in the vicinity where that stripe was before that. Of course, he missed the ball and the 2 stripes collided. So he's got open balls here. He's got to be careful, though. He's getting down on it, so he's okay. He's on this one then.
Well, 3 is the worry, so...
And because stripes have 2 balls, it's a lot tougher for Mason to sort of end up safe than if he had 1 ball. But he doesn't care about safe if he can keep shooting the balls in and running out.
5 to the 3 to 3 in the side, so...
Yeah, and then 6 goes in the side too, doesn't it?
At
some point, and the middle's right in the middle of the table. Or the 2 balls right in the middle of the table.
5 to the 3. For me, it'd be 5, 3, 2, 6, 4, 8. Oh.
Up for the 6.
I don't know what he's planning with the 3 ball. Why he wouldn't have got that out of there next after he shot that ball. Let's see. It's kind of got a funny angle here, too. He's got to kind of spin this or bump it, one of the 2.
Bump the 4, yeah.
Didn't do either.
Do you think he expected to just brush the edge of that ball on his way
I
out?
think so. Sometimes a good scramble doesn't hurt.
Here's a
you.
little kiss. Oh, no, he's not. Played around it. Well, that's great. I mean, shot that way looks easy, doesn't it? I mean, what a great recovery shot. And that 2 ball there, dance around the 3.
I like playing 8 ball like that. Some people think that that's a lucky way to play, but it's really not. It's just playing the feel of what's going on.
Playing 8 ball, 9 ball style, because in 9 ball you just don't have all those options to play it a smart way, and you've got to go for positional shots like that when they're in front of you. In 8 ball, you have so many options. You can kind of try and be clever and smart about it, but the 9 ball players know if you've got a shot, you've got to go for it. Go for it.
All right, 3 games away, Mason is.
Worrying times for the Wilkes fans out there. Well, that was a good, nice break. That was second ball. He probably did second ball the other time, break 2, but...
Brian Smith, Jeremy relinquished his crown after his 9th win. I would have liked to see him go for 10 and try and get his gold.
All right.
But he did not. So we'll bump there.
control on this draw shot.
Yeah, he's just going to
Looks
shoot the
simple,
1 to
doesn't
the
it?
3 to the 4 in the corner, and then the 8 in the side.
A little bit of an angle
Yeah.
here. Could have
He's
probably
not
wanted to
gonna be
catch the
happy.
far side of that ball instead of hitting it full, and just nudged a little bit straighter onto the 3, because I
Might
don't
have
think he
to
can hold
actually
it.
play
So
2 rails.
yeah, backwards and forwards with perfect speed.
Not happening. Not
Oh.
that shot. He's still playing
Yeah.
quick.
And he could have taken more time on that recovery shot too. So obviously, in hindsight, need a little bit more inside spin.
Well, let's see some game here, Shawn. Let's go. Got to get out.
All these stripes are kind of laying a little bit weird. They're sort of in front of each other. And he doesn't really have a clear shot out of that group. I mean, it looks like his only real shot is this 14 ball up here, which he's got to kind of zigzag back down the table and hopefully land on one of those stripes somewhere. Getting closer or behind them would be nice. Oh, that's nice. So he's come across that side of the table. He's done well there. From there, kind of, he has a nice sort of pattern to pick these off now. Oh, goodness me. Well, he definitely wasn't thinking two-way shot there. And he's just lucky that he didn't leave Mason a shot when he missed that. Not saying
Mason's been working on his jump.
Well, yeah,
again.
I'm not saying Mason's not going to make
No,
this,
he's
but
not.
he's
He's
going
gonna
rail first again. This time, letting it roll. Not enough. And that shot, I mean, he's actually very close to making that ball. But in fact, not close enough to even hit it. Reprieve for Shawn. This time, he's going to work it out. So I think he's going to draw back just a little bit to leave himself a cut shot on the 13. And once the 13 is gone, it sort of seems nicer. Yeah. Is that what he's thinking? No. Oh, okay. That's better, yeah. Use the 10 to get straighter on the 13. And Shawn's going to get out here if I was a betting man.
I don't like shooting this 13 now or 12 now. Do you?
If you like that sort of real soft, spinny shot, yeah, I like that one. That's okay. Hit that low, and with a lot of left-hand spin, and the spin kind of increased as the.
Well, he liked it because he got right where he needed.
But
oh, no.
he knows that he's got to stun over. He really had to punch that one hard.
Well, let's see if our bank pool. Oh, nope. He's going to play it off the rail off the 4.
Or is he Z-banking it? No, yeah, he's aiming towards rail first off the back side of the 4. Hit it really almost good enough to make it. So he's given Mason a shot. A lot of people would have this tough time with this shot. A player of Mason's caliber.
He should make it.
Should slot this one in.
He's Russian a little bit, but mostly German, so he should make it. No, he didn't.
He's throwing a lifeline to.
And why not? Oh, I thought
he's get ref. Watch this hit now. That's okay. No problem at all, of course.
Okay, gets Shawn to 5 games.
Well, there you go. That doesn't seem too bad, does it? Shawn's the kind of guy to be bolstered by that. Let's see if he can get something going better on the break. His last break kind of deflated his his momentum.
Well, let's see how good his racking skills are.
Yeah, do something different. Oh, I see. You got your line up there. Oh, is that right through the bottom row of the balls?
Yep.
So you can tell if it's high or low,
yep,
or twisted.
What do you think?
Very clever.
Looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, he's got it in the right spot. Let's see how they open up.
Four ball tried, but didn't quite get there.
Yeah, but he hit that pretty much as good as you're supposed to on that second ball break. The last few racks have all been pretty awkward. That second ball break, you know, sometimes they open up good, but it does often leave sort of one-sided, sort of clustery tables.
The whole trick is getting into the middle of that 9 ball. You know, the whole rack is determined by getting shape on that 9, and I think he's going for it here.
Yeah, if he's straight enough, he's got a little angle on this 11, but I think he
could go 11 to the 15 and then to the 9.
Or how about shoot the 14 now, and the 9 goes in the side pocket?
Does it?
Looks like it. And he still has a chance to do that, but if he likes getting on the 9, he can use the 15 to adjust his angle here on the 9.
I think he's going to look at
he
what
definitely
you
has
got
his
here.
choice. Yeah, he can roll forward gently and
I
be straight
think
on the 14.
15, 14, 12 on the side. Oh, boy.
There you go.
Well, I don't like this.
he's
Unless the 9 does go, then he can stop it. But he's got kind of a bad angle.
Almost, yeah, didn't get straight
Might have
enough,
to
but
go
he can follow
forward,
gently
yeah.
forward. Oh, look at the zing. Oh, my goodness. Look
Shot.
at the spin on that. Now, he's not out of the woods yet, because he's now...
That's a good angle. I think he can just play through this. Pretty sure. Yep.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Still not done. You got to make sure you hit this good. No, he is.
Is he done yet?
No, he is. Let's
Now he is.
take a quick look at that replay again here on the little play forward to get on to
Yeah,
the
he
12.
doesn't like how he ended up on this 14, but so he loads up with right-hand spin and hits it soft enough that the ball's rolling by the time he gets there. Spin just zings it over like that.
All right, should be 13 if Mason gets his score up there. He did. So 2 games away. And needs to... Goes back to the second ball break. He makes the ball again. This table.
Yeah, that's a good example of a second ball break there where the cue ball just flies straight towards the side rail and right back into the pack and stops dead after it hits the pack
Perfect
the second
speed.
time.
Going to be short work here, I think.
And this time, a much nicer lay than the last rack.
Oh, boy.
I was
don't know
going to
if he's
say, we're
gonna
going to
like
find
that.
out if 13 goes in the side pocket past the 4, and it obviously didn't.
He's got to cut this in the corner, play into the 4 ball.
It was a shot that
Hope
needed
to come off of it.
good speed control on that draw shot.
He just ended up a bit short.
So he's still
What
going to cut
tip
it in.
does Stone use? He uses a how medium or how hard.
How hard?
Yep.
And still he's not using outside English on this shot. He's just going to cut it in thin.
I missed it.
Came off the point of the middle pocket. All right, Shawn. There's one thing you don't want, and that's for Mason to get on the hill. And you don't have to.
Well, not on this rack. He's got to. He's got to get out of this.
That's what I'm saying. If he didn't get out, Mason's going to get on the hill, and he doesn't want that. So Got to pick a clear plan here. Kind of in between there. It's okay to change the plan, but it still needs to be clear before you shoot again. And the whole time you're going to be thinking, how do I get on the 3? And what exactly is the order of these shots for the 6 and the 4, considering the 6 does go, but the 4 doesn't go into that pocket anyway. And he's on it nicely now. He's actually on it. His very first shot, he had a chance to do something with it too, and he chose not to.
Yeah, but he didn't get himself anywhere there, did he?
Well, he's on the 3 now. Now that you're straight on the 3, man, that might have been a shot. But the 7 can be used if he gets nicely on that too. Now, I don't know if he's straight enough on it. Yeah,
7 goes, huh?
7 goes, yeah.
Oh, yeah, plenty of room. But I don't know if he's got a good angle.
He's not going to get on the 4 if he shoots. Oh, what a shot. Hit that replay button.
Wow, did he play that shot?
Yeah, that's exactly how he played it. Because
Wow.
it didn't work out the other way.
That was incredible.
Rail first, off the ball. That's got to make him feel good, but don't let that confuse you. You still got to focus on the last 2 balls.
Yeah.
And he's got a chance here now to not let Mason get to the hill. Look at that shot. Strange angle here.
Well,
if
he
you just roll
has
it in, do you hook yourself behind the 14, or do you trust that it's not going to?
He's not going to get that far up. I think he's just smart enough to
kind of worried.
just slow himself down here and knows he has to make this shot.
Yeah.
Well, he looked worried. He did hit
He
it
looked
hard.
to the air because he's like he'd done something wrong there, and then looked back again and realized, wait, I'm not out yet. But he's called the bank shot, so
He's calling the bank here.
yeah, he thinks he hasn't got a
Get out.
cut shot. He's reconsidering. He's having a look. Good old stare at that. He's changed his mind.
I would think.
He's called the
Got to
cut.
be careful of the 2 rails here. Got to be careful not to
Yeah,
scratch.
the scratch. Kind of, yeah, you feel you're unlucky if you do that, but it's kind of there, isn't it? If you follow this.
Well, because he's going to be spinning
And
to try and get this in.
And you have to.
And he missed it. And he scratched it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he didn't have enough spin. It's either that or you've got to hit it playing super wafer thin, but if you're going to use spin, it has to be enough for that extreme angle.
I think you're going to see Mason try and slice this into the side pocket. Well, no, he's going to bank it.
What, draw back?
Yeah, 2 rails.
To back where his hand is, pretty much. Oh, okay, 2 rails, yeah. Okay, he did have an angle on
Good
that shot. That's a lovely shot. He's got another testing shot here.
Oh, missed. And left it open.
Well, he's not on the hill yet then.
All right, Shawn gets a reprieve. Here he comes. Game number 6 in the books. Let's take a look at that bank. Even though Mason did not quite get out, it's still a good shot to get there. Maybe
Yeah,
a
and in
little more
hindsight-
draw than he needed.
And yeah, right. In hindsight, a little less spin. Now that cue ball was tracking right for the bouncing straight back into the long corner. He was going to scratch.
Darn it,
Luckily,
I
one of
forgot
the
to put
object
him
balls
on.
caught up with it and steered it out of the way.
Well, here, I kind of screwed up, so here, I want to make sure. Get him over here.
He's got a runnable table here, so he might just catch a groove here.
Let's take a look. Oop, wrong way. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
Do you have one with Mason's eyes open?
No.
Please.
Hold on a second. Jeez, what am I doing? How about that one?
Shawn
I
Wilkes.
wanted to tell you a little bit about Shawn, 659. He's from Plainfield, Wisconsin. We won't bring up who lived there. Jacoby, and a Jacoby doesn't look like a maple chef, so we must have that wrong. And then we've got a Kamui Clear medium for his playing tip. He's been playing 32 years. Favorite game? Look at that one, MH.
Saratoga.
What's that game?
Oh, it's about kisses and combinations, isn't it, or something?
No.
Is it 8-ball played with 9-ball rotation?
Yep, rotation. Both sides of the both suits are played in rotation to get to the 8. Favorite player is Shane Van Boning. Holy cow, Michael Parker. What's going on, Mike?
Hello, Michael Parker.
You in relation to Spider-Man?
How about your cousin Peter?
Shawn gonna try and take advantage. Don't get behind the 3.
Oh, he's throwing his hands in the air. He knows where that's going.
God, I knew as soon as he hit it where that ball was going, and so did he.
It's definitely jumpable. And you kind of have to if you want to save this rack.
Well, that's a first, though. I mean, his game has gone up, and it's ever since he took off his glasses.
Oh. And I say it's jumpable. I wouldn't want to jump this because I wouldn't be able to keep the cue ball on the table. So it's actually not that good. It might even be better off playing a masse shot right around it.
This ball is jumpable, not by me, but it's
Well,
jumpable.
yeah, I mean, exactly. You can get over the 3. I don't know if you can keep the cue ball on the table, but if you land on the 13, you probably can.
So that's why I like my masse shot here.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking.
I don't mind this either, though. I think he can almost get this around. It's tough. That 4 kind of wants to be in the way, and
So
actually,
there's a window. Okay, top
the
rail.
5 is more actually in the way of this shot. Ideal, I think, would be shooting about right to the 5 ball.
I almost feel that to go through that window between the 7 and the 5 after 1 rail, which is what he's pointing
this
at right here.
doesn't go.
It's almost a masse shot too. Otherwise, the angles don't come out right on the other end. Sort of masse around to hit that same window.
I would agree.
Square
with you. I think
everything
he's
up
gonna
and
hit high to the 8 here. Oh my goodness!
Oh wow!
What do I know? I didn't think that it would even come
I
close
thought it
to
was
getting
kind of
that short.
too long. He must have put a lot of zing on it. Left hand. It's a valiant effort. It wasn't far off, but it doesn't help much.
Mason with a good opportunity here. It doesn't have to travel very far for any of these balls. Those 3 in the middle, they become tough. You know, it's funny. These end balls are pretty easy. But those 3 right in the middle of the table, it's a struggle more, I think, to find the angles to get to them.
Yeah. And
I mean, right here, this
it's
is
a little
tough.
bit flat on this 5.
Yeah.
And right, the 6 and the 1 don't.
Well, so you got to the 4 here.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
And the 2.
Not 2,
Yeah,
5.
he's right. There's like so many different ways. And if he's straight on the 4, no, not quite, but
How about the 1? Still a funny angle, though. Gonna have to draw back into the 4. No, he's going forward.
and that looks pretty good. So now all of a sudden it's simplified because this shot he can use to get pretty much straight on the 4 in the side. Thumps it in. Yeah.
Wrong side of the ball here, but he'll be okay. He'll be able to get to the rail. And takes him to the hill.
Well,
14-6.
and Mason, of course, was on the King of the Hill before, wasn't he? He had quite a long streak
Yeah.
as
9.
king. 9. So Jeremy quit at 9. He had a chance to go one more and be ahead of Mason and get the gold coin.
But he would have been playing Mason.
Yeah.
So that would have been a interesting match. Mike, has the water run down by you yet? Or are you still standing on your little island? Did you see any pictures of Mike's place there?
No.
He's got the water all around him. He's
Is he on a hill?
yeah, he's probably 15 feet above it all. And it turns into just I think, I don't know. Don't you have to take a boat to your house or something? Sure looks like it. I don't know if you do or not, but. Is that a nothing break or did he make something?
That's a nothing.
Nothing it is.
And an awkward one. He's getting down and he wants to just shoot right away and keep going, but have you really figured out what the right way through this rack is?
Yeah, it's not bad actually. That 11 goes in the side.
Does it?
Oh yeah.
If you can get on it, 2 balls in
So
the ring.
really, those three balls. Look at, he's got it
Just
right
shot
now.
right here.
Ah, short.
Almost opened everything up. Now he's got to come with a recovery shot on a 3.
The 13 or the 12, one of those two is going to get shot
13,
here.
yeah.
I almost like the 12 better. Just because you got a chance to come around table into that cluster. Still got 13, so I don't know.
Right, you're saying the 12 in the side and then whip around the back and shoot maybe the 15 into that same pocket.
Oh yeah, I forgot what the guesses were. Is anybody right on this? 15-6. Maker.
Excusez-moi.
Pardon me, oui.
Pardon my French.
Oh, no, just short. Mason going to be left with 7 in the side, 2 in the corner, probably 7 in the side. 6. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the 6 ball.
Yeah, and the pink 4 ball.
Have you seen the side view at all, Chris? No. Yeah, so it is still not functioning properly. And I think that's the same camera that we were having trouble with the color. Right, Mason going to have to make a decision here. 7 off the 1, I think, is going to be the shot. Yep. Oh!
There's so many moving parts to that.
And
he deliberately let it follow because he thought he was going to whip through. But slightly misjudged the kiss that he got off that other ball.
Well, yeah, it cleared right away for him.
That's actually pretty good.
I had the other camera in the player profile, Chris.
Yeah, getting on the 11's not a problem here because you can draw back on one of these balls. It's getting back out again and not sending the cue ball into trouble when you shoot the 11.
Good shot.
And Nat, if he ends up straight, is
He got
perfect.
the 11, too, if he really wanted to pick that out of there.
I was thinking that was one of the balls he had to... Well, I suppose you use the 11 to get on the 13 and that's your finish. Scratch that. I really want to shoot the 11 soon. He's been on the 11 perfect twice already, so okay, it's no problem. He's just going to get it on perfect again this time. This time he's going to shoot it. Of that, I can assure you. It being his last ball. Is he got a funny little angle on this 11?
I don't.
Yeah, look, he's looking at... He's sending the cue ball all the way down table.
I'm surprised he doesn't just try and draw out of this.
He's going to blow past the 1 ball and then spin to come on the other side of the 1 ball after it hits the rail, maybe. Yeah, look at that.
Holy cow.
Beautiful.
That's
nice.
a lot on it. Yeah.
And that took
great shot.
Hooking himself behind the 1 ball out of the picture. Yeah, let's look at that.
Let's take a look, yeah.
Because
it just
he
perfect
knew he was going to follow,
this.
yeah. Zing. So much zing.
A lot to it. Great shot.
Those kind of shots make you feel good.
Look at that end of the room right now. It looks like a ghost town. There's usually a pile of people
It's
around.
weird though, because they're all over there, but it's the way the cameras are. You should probably put a camera side view of the pool table looking that way, so you have the rest of the pool hall in the background.
Yeah, we thought about that. Well, there we go. Shawn getting to 7. 8 more to go, and he can be the king. It can. I mean,
Yeah,
it's win or break.
The only times that you ever get really, really good comebacks is when you're way behind. Words of wisdom, that obviously, or maybe it was obvious. I don't know, but it's true enough. And he's only half Mason's score right now.
Well, Patrick said he's still in his tournament up north.
So interesting how he's going to work around this, using the 5 ball to get on the 4 ball. Yeah, so he's deliberately left himself straight on the 5, so he can play a stop shot. It almost looks like he's gone too far, on the edge of those stripes are in the way. I don't know if they are, and he hasn't shot yet, so that might mean that he did go just a hair too far.
Brian Smith questioning if a Fargo rate of 35 is that big of a difference at this level.
Not really.
No. Well, I mean, there's a few things that play into this. So, number one, I believe neither one of these players tonight have played really to their full potential. I mean, I would say is fair enough.
I think that's true.
I've seen Mason miss some shots and outs and some wild things that he normally probably doesn't do, or hasn't for a while done.
And now he's just sagged his head at what he sees in front of him now.
Yeah, because he's got to spin the heck out of this
good
ball.
shot, eh?
Yeah,
Look at that. Beautiful.
But anyway, so...
And he's got to do the same thing here in the other way.
Same with Shawn. You know, Shawn is definitely not playing his game. I think Mason's going to try and tap into the 12 here.
Yeah,
actually.
we've not really got a good feel for how good Shawn is in this match.
So the true answer to that question, he tried to hit the 12 there and he missed it.
Oh, good.
Back cut this ball all the way to the right. But so the true answer is 35 is not a big difference in Fargo. I think Mason probably
I mean, you
is a little low rated when he's actually, I think he's probably a little bit higher than what
he's been running around playing with all the pros.
Yeah. Not it. Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think Mason would have liked to win that way. I
that would have been an
not
incredible lucky kiss to win the match, but
well, not that he couldn't have taken it.
Now his back's up against the wall. Let's see what Shawn's got. Those of you who do know Shawn know that he actually plays really, really well, and he's capable of running racks. And if he can figure out how to make a ball on the break and give himself a chance, he's capable of snapping off a string of racks and all of a sudden put the pressure on. At the moment, there's really no pressure on Mason, other than what he's kind of perceiving and putting it on himself.
Yeah, Patrick, I agree. I mean, Patrick said Mason plays 700 plus. I mean, I would say that his rating probably is not fully accurate. But in fairness, Shawn plays way better than what he's playing.
Shawn loves the game, and he runs out and he plays quick, and he's an instinctive, and I've seen him play really, really good. And if Mason gives him one more chance, you never know what could happen.
What are we going to see here? Oh, he's calling in the corner. Kick shot, one rail.
Okay, one rail, simply.
What to say?
Okay, Shawn. Here is your big moment. 15 ball first. It doesn't really matter. That combination is no problem. So you shoot these balls in any order you want.
I think I still get rid of that down there. Why chance it? You can play the 15, play position to any ball you want next.
Right. So there's no reason not to.
Or play the combination. Either way, you
does
start.
that
You
pink ball
start
go
there, I
past the
think.
8 nicely?
Oh yeah, plenty.
Well,
I
yeah, in
think.
that case, I'd shoot the 15 and get on the 14, I think. But you could do it any which way. It's nice to pick a simpler route that doesn't give you potential traps. And sometimes you paralyze yourself because you've got so many different options here. What's the right one? Well, if you find a right one, it doesn't have to be the right one, just any one that works good. But the fact that he was, yeah, okay, so he was thinking about taking the 12 ball out, but it does look like it goes cleanly, so it doesn't really matter much. And he's, after reviewing the audio on YouTube, he's decided to take my advice.
Good idea.
And shoot the 15 and get on the 14.
Oh, that's nice to know, Chris. Chris G just pointing out, as a reminder to support the juniors program and/or the stream, in general, the join feature is now available on YouTube, so you can go there and join.
Join? What's that do?
It joins you
Error.
with us,
Does it?
permanently embedded.
Oh. Intriguing.
It's an interesting choice here.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to come short.
You shoot this next shot good, you're okay. Oh, he's shooting the 11 in the side? Really?
Oh, come on.
Ay.
Bit nervous for him
Nothing
there. He was
is.
pretty close.
Don't let that distract you.
Oh.
Still going to make this one. There we go. This
People
match
with a
is...
star next to their name are members, so...
Oh. This match is still alive, folks. Now let's see if Shawn can get a good break. Be a nice time to break and run a couple, wouldn't it? He's got 8 already. More than halfway.
I'll tell you, these new headsets, they sound good, but they are warm.
Ah, right.
Don't you think?
Yes, they sound good. I do like the fact that they've got these big padded soft things around them, which is what makes them sound so good partly. And yes, they are warm.
Yeah, but there's one problem. The older I get, the less I'm going to like the fact that these go all the way around your ears.
But maybe that just means...
Because your ears are like the only thing that never stop growing.
If your ears are burning, doesn't that mean someone's talking about you?
I don't know.
And Shawn's ready to break. Mason's returning back to the table. And it looks like he's... Oh, he's changing his mind. He's going over to the side. For a moment there, he was going to be a lot straighter on. And he may still be going at the head ball. He's given up the second ball, I think.
See, we're in trouble. My ears barely fit right now, and it says the 3 things that never stop growing are your nose, your earlobes, and ear muscles. Grow forever.
What?
Yeah. It's true. Look it
Nose
up.
hairs.
No. Nose.
Your nose keeps growing.
Everybody's like a permanent Pinocchio. Yeah, your nose continues to grow throughout your life. That's why you see old men with giant noses and giant ears, because your ears and your nose never stop growing. True fact. Look it up.
Is it?
Don't take my word for it.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna look it up.
So, that being said, I think we're going to have to get different headsets. A couple more years, my ears won't even fit inside these puppies.
I just think it's good that your armpit hair doesn't keep growing, because otherwise, you know, eventually it would be out,
Chris
poking
G,
out the sleeves.
Chris G, I'm doomed, he says.
Chris G's head is still growing.
Yeah, this whole thing. Well, right, maybe your nose will catch up eventually, Chris.
His nose is way ahead already.
No. I think he's mismatched. You got it. It could grow at least twice.
He's
its
definitely
size.
mismatched. Yeah, you got that right.
Shawn with a real nice opportunity here. This table is not looking too bad. Get a little fire behind him. He's got that 13-14 to deal with. And this is tough because he's buried so tight.
I
He's
think he's
just got to
thinking about a
draw
real
out.
thin snick.
I
to make a
don't
shot.
know what he's doing.
Oh,
Oh, that
off
was
the two.
interesting. Off the two. That was. I like the creativity there.
Yeah. Close, but not cigar. No cigar. Mason, of course, is on the hill.
Yeah, he's got tough work here, though. The 7 and the 4 don't come out of there too easy.
Right. He likes his bank shots. And then there's the 8-ball. He's going up table first, so he's got some kind of plan here. I don't know what.
Right here, 6-ball follow.
Into the 8.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's playing the 7 through the 15.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Following forward and 4 balls straight all the way up.
No, he's going to stop for the 3. Yeah.
Well, he hit that well.
3 to the 1 to the 4.
Hit that one
Oops.
square.
Let me throw that phone down on
Yeah,
the
that
floor.
was-
It's the first time I've dropped it. I've had it for 4 days.
Oh, I think that was my phone hitting the ground.
Oh,
Oh, what happened there?
jeez, what is going on?
That
This
shot
is
straight.
crazy.
Someone forgot to tell him that shot was straight.
Well, that was your phone.
Yeah.
See, 4 days, I still haven't dropped my phone. Pretty good, huh?
Nice.
It's the new grippy things on the side.
Yeah. So,
Well, Mason making it good for the odds makers here.
if Shawn wins 2 or 3 racks now, Mason's going to look back and say, "Oh, he's not that far behind."
Well, yeah, and
Still,
you would hope, right, at some point.
I mean, he only needs 1 rack, so he's not going to get too crazy about thinking about that. And Shawn doesn't want to think too much about it either. He just wants to play this rack good and move on and break good next.
1 ball at a time, 1 rack at a time. Don't give anything up. That's all you got to do. Simple game.
It looks like he can stay kind of down there by the 14 and have the 12 in the side.
Playing smart can be much more effective than playing good sometimes.
He gave that extra. He wants to play the 12 in the corner. And that's okay.
That's why I can't win anymore, because I don't play smart ever. Oh, boy, I thought he
Still
played that too
counts.
far out. Yeah, good shot. 9 to the 10 to the 8.
Well, you've kind of left yourself a bit funny here. You could draw straight. You've got a little bit of an angle. I think you can draw straight back to where he's pointing. Because the thought of going forward or stunning to the side would require a very powerful shot. So this power draw shot is still less. Oh, he's hit that perfect. Managed not to scratch in the side pocket.
One more for Shawn. That gets him to 9 games. It's tightening things up here. He's only 5 games back from Mason, 6 games away from the win.
He's picking up speed here, and he's showing people that, yes, I can play. I wasn't going to drive all this way and not show you that I can play. Unlike the last time he was here.
Yeah.
When he got a disease. That was that COVID. No. Corona. All right. So how's your break? That's the question here. Hasn't had a lot of good opportunities after his own breaks.
Well, you can just see the pep in his step. You know, he's got a little feel of momentum.
He's gone back.
He's gotten a couple games back here.
There you go. The Billiards God said no. We're not
7
going
ball
to let you
goes.
scratch. There you go. And Mason's going to be a little bit deflated. He knows this match could be over, you know, a few minutes ago, and he could be going relaxing now. Better off not dwelling. Well, tactically, you've got to go for stripes. You don't really see a great run out unless you get it on that 11-ball bank shot. I think you can run out. And because you've got that ball hanging over the pocket and the 3 ball's tough for your opponent, you can afford to go for it. So I'd be shooting the... Yeah, okay. So he's thinking about... Oh, yeah, with open table, he can play this 6 ball. No, he's changed his mind. He's shooting the 14.
Yeah, that'd be a little bit risky, I think.
Yeah, that didn't do much good.
Larry, I mean, I kind of was pointing to that earlier, and that's not to take anything away from Shawn. Shawn's a great player, but what Larry commented is he said Mason's playing like he's bored. And what I mean by that is when a player has a big lead, you get bored and make mistakes. And, yeah, it's a discipline thing, truthfully.
Sure. Because he's not going to be happy about the last half of this match yet.
No, he's not.
It's going to be a bit annoying to him just to think about it. And if he ends up losing, it'll be massive. But,
yeah. You know, obviously Shawn's going to have issues, win, lose, or draw. He's going to have issues with the way he played.
This is the shot here. He's putting all his eggs in this basket.
What's he playing?
He's banking the 11 ball and breaking the 15.
Well, get aggressive. You know, at this point, you got nothing to lose. You just keep trying to...
Yeah, just a little bit more. He didn't really have outside spin on that shot.
And Mason's got work to do, too, with that 9 ball where it is. The 1 ball where it is. He should get the 5 and the 1 out right now.
Yeah, and that's why that kind of situation, because Mason's got a tough, you know, relatively some problems, that means that Shawn could afford to be aggressive there and go for it.
And now Mason's got a few more problems because that did not open up for him.
I think he's on a 6 in the side, and if he is...
No way. 6 past the 11? They have to magically go right through the middle of the 11 ball, I think.
Oh, here he is. He's going to show you.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Oh, I take that back.
Yeah.
But now what?
No, it's still a mess. He's going to play the 3 and go safe.
Yeah, play the 9 combination on the 9 ball and somehow get behind and close to the 4 ball.
That's a good shot.
Yeah. He's got a shot here, I think. He's left a shot on the 11 out of the blue.
Well, and I think the tendency, too, when you have a big lead is you just start going for things and trying to go for outs. You don't play a smart shot, you know what I mean? You play something where you're going for that gusto win, you know? I think that's what you got to avoid.
Yeah. Like the great Willie Mosconi said, when you're ahead, when the knife is in, twist it.
Yeah.
Because there's no draws, you know. If you're not going to reach out and win these racks, it means you lose them.
All right, Mason's got to still figure this out because that 4 and the 2 are not sitting perfect, and it's not like he's got a lot of wiggle room here on this 3 ball. He's got to tough enough to make it, much less come out and get a good angle for his next shot. And he's long.
In the back of his mind, he might have thought he was tapping the 4 or the 10.
He's going to play off the side of the 6 and trying to leave him up on the end rail again.
And it's a very small window that he's going for, considering all those stripes up table.
Right.
And the key, of course, is don't break out the 10 by accident.
Right. Right. His 4 goes. 10 ball doesn't have a pocket.
Shawn's got a cut shot on the 12 and let the cue ball fly, blast everything open.
Cut shot on the 12, 3 rails around to break the 10.
Yeah.
Set for the 11.
Why not?
That was going to be my words exactly. Why not indeed?
Is there a better, more constructive safety? You still don't break the 10 out, and you don't really...
I think the answer to that question would always be yes.
Well, not always.
Most of the time.
I don't know. Even this particular time, what's the safety? What's the constructive safety here that doesn't leave Mason a shot on the 6 ball into a pocket somewhere?
Roll up on the 12.
Chinese snooker him.
Yeah.
Still
might be it, unless he's going for it. Can't tell. One of the 2 is happening.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly that shot. Good thing we leveled that table out.
Mm-hmm. It's the 12, but he's definitely left a shot here.
I don't know if you play this shot, though.
He's left a challenge on for Mason, and Mason's going for it. Of that, I can assure you.
Oh,
There
boy.
we go. Shawn's little calculations played off. He's still not opened up the 10 ball yet, and in fact, in a way, Mason was lucky for that 6 ball flying around the table that it didn't break out the 11. Otherwise, it'd be completely sold out right now.
Well, Shawn's trying to determine if he can get in there and shoot that 10 past the 4. It's obviously pretty tight. We can hardly tell from the booth.
Yeah. From right there, can I just drag it in, lag it in? Off the
the nice thing is,
pocket speed.
because you're back cutting like that, you can overcut it just slightly, and it will throw around that 4 just that little bit.
That's right, and a little twist that goes on the 10 helps it as it brushes across the near jaw.
Mason did. He chopped off all his hair. Princess just asked.
Yeah, and like Samson, the opposite of Samson, he's playing really, really good with short hair.
Well, he wouldn't agree with you this match, probably, but. You know, from there, it's almost natural, too. I almost don't mind rolling this 10 in right here.
I was just wondering that, because of where and sort of hide close to the 8 ball.
What are you looking at there?
He's
you thinking about drawing this back into there?
He's trying to play a break shot, which ends up, well, using the 2 ball to stop the cue ball.
You better hit straight on the 2 when you come around, especially if he's going 2 rails right here.
Top follow he's got. Zing, left end spin. Oh my goodness.
It's a pretty good shot.
He hit it. He thumped the table like he didn't like what happened, but I think he's got this shot.
I was going to say, I think I'd take that.
Did you hit the button?
Oh, yeah.
I think that was a really good shot with follow and spin. He manufactured this. He created it. If it brushed past it, it'd have been in trouble, but he tapped it nicely.
So he has called the cut. He's going to cut this ball in the corner. Cue ball is the question of whether or not you can hold this cue ball, not end up on the bottom side of the 11 here.
Right. You don't want to be on the top rail. Yeah, can he? He's so thin here. I think he's okay. Oh, wow.
Came out of it. Still tough to get shape on the 8 because the 8 doesn't go on the upper.
So that's why he gave it that extra speed. He didn't want to stay on the top rail. He felt he had to go
now what
through it.
Bank the 8?
He's got to bank it. Yeah, right.
Oh, he's gonna try
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So he's playing a stop shot off the 6. He's going to try and send the 6 ball 2 rails around
this
to
would be
break
beautiful
out the 8.
if he does this. All the energy is going to end up in the 6 ball, which has got to go off.
My fingers on
rearrange
the
things.
replay button for when he strokes this ball in. Look at the shot.
Oh,
no, you got to be kidding
that
me.
happens so often, doesn't it? There's so many moving parts in that shot. You forget about the cue ball.
Well, I tell you, that was a great
cue ball.
shot, though.
That was incredible. And unfortunately, it's the shot that loses in the match.
Probably.
It was such an almost brilliant shot. Look at this. He sent that 6 ball there. That's exactly what you described.
Jesus.
And he hit it absolutely great. And I'd like to watch it one more time just to see how he scratched.
I don't think there's going to be a replay shot here in the end.
Yeah, that's Mason really messes up. He
Right.
shouldn't have to do anything too special here.
See you.
Right.
If there is a replay.
That was quite a shot from Shawn there.
Even that
He's
shot was
staying
a
bold.
bit short. He's just...
He's okay.
Well, I'm not saying he's not okay, but... All right, here we go. Well, it was a bit of a struggle here tonight for both these players, I think. But great match. I want to thank Shawn Wilkes for coming out and challenging.
Yeah, valiant effort. He was at 9 in the end, so it wasn't such a one-sided.
Yeah.
And he showed, I mean, even those last shots, that he's still playing aggressive and he's still going at it.
Yep.
Hey, let's watch that replay one more before we cut here.
Well, we'll let it go again.
Yeah. So a real thin hit on this 11. Oh, and of course it's so difficult to predict this cue ball follow, isn't it? Because it could stop there, but he didn't want to. So yeah, I don't blame him for. Well, you have to follow it, don't you? Hit that. Yeah. So that scratch is just really unlucky. He couldn't really do much different.
Jeez, that's crazy. Yeah.
He had to hit it the way he did to make that 6-ball go. Really good shot. If that had just caught the point and stayed up, that would have been a genius shot.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you. All right. I want to thank everybody for coming out joining us tonight. We really do appreciate it, and it was a good game. Want to thank Shawn, obviously, just like we said before, super nice guy. You can tell even now after that match, he's over there talking about it, and just good stuff. So we want to thank everybody for coming out joining us. On behalf of myself and Mr. M.H. Penglaze, we want to wish you guys all a good night.
Thank you, Mr. Cook.
Thank you.
And don't forget, Sunday we'll be back on the air again. We've got the Queen's match starting 11, right?
11:15. It starts every week.
And there's the Knights match and the Jesters match, other way around.
Yep.
And we'll see you on Sunday.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.